Test. 1, 2. Test 1, 2. All right, there we go. Speak, Wesley.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing.
All right, so
4,
we
5, and 6.
apologize for the audio little testing right there, and we're going to be working on the video coming through. But stay tuned right now for the Coach Smith Show.
We're here with ECS Athletics Director and Head Football Coach Tim Smith, entering his 10th season at Evangel. Coach, can you believe it's been 10 years?
No, seems like I just got here some days.
Well, before we get into tonight's game, I want to talk a bit about last season for viewers that maybe weren't around for that magical turnaround last season. You guys were 10-3, another ACSC title and NHFA championship. When you look back at that season now, what stands out the most?
Yeah, I just think it's the kids never gave up. You know, we were 1-3 and didn't know which way we were going to go, and we decided that Monday that we were going to go back to just some old school stuff, and we decided to hit, and we hit for about 2 or 3 days, and it paid off in the long run. They bought in, and you could just watch that momentum changing, you know, and then by the time we got to Southern Christian, I knew we were a pretty good football team by that time. I was still telling everybody we wasn't. We're just trying to line up right, Scott.
Yes, well, you did a little bit better than that. As you mentioned, started 1-3 and then closed the season on a 9-game winning streak, including the 2 title games. Tell us what changed in that stretch. Was it any scheme or just the physicality?
I was going to say, I think it was just the physicality. They bought into it. And I guess they figured that if we don't go hit somebody on Friday night, he's going to try to knock us out on Monday and Tuesday. So the best story I got, though, was, you know, a lot of them come up in my office before practice. And I always kind of read off the schedule to them. And this was the week of the Southern Christian game, and we had done a lot of physicality up until that point. And I went over the schedule, and I'd left. The coaches had talked about, let's just leave, you know, the inside run game's what we call it. Let's leave it off the list this week. Let them get their legs back. We need to be fresh for Southern Christian. And they were undefeated rolling in here. And I told them, I said, hey, this is what we're doing. And I forget which one it was. It might have been Eli. We're not doing inside run. I told them, I said, no, we're trying to let y'all heal up a little bit. And you could just see them look at each other like, what are we doing? And I said, y'all want to do inside? They said, yes, sir. So we did inside run on Monday and Tuesday that week too.
That's
and by
awesome.
Friday night, we were ready to play. That game and the South Haven game were my 2 favorites.
Yeah, sounds like they kind of took ownership of the accountability for the season at that point. Well, as you mentioned, big win that week over Southern Christian, who was number 3 in 8-man extremes poll coming into that week, and they got a rude awakening here at the Evangel Sports Complex that week. Thankfully, we were able to get the best of them.
That might have been as well prepared as we were all year. I mean, they were 7-0, and I think we were 3-3 at the time. And I knew before we went out there that we had a really good chance to beat them if we did. You know, it took us a little while to get going, but once we got going, I knew we were in pretty good shape.
Yeah. Well, fast forward to the NHFA title game after a really hard-fought ACSC title game against East Central, which you know was a lot more competitive than the first matchup we had with them earlier in the season. Then we get down to Panama City and have a great game with South Haven out of Tennessee, and I've told you off the air before, I didn't think we were going to win that game.
I had some doubts myself. Instant classic.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
It was definitely a fun game to call as well. And then we get a rematch with Freedom in the title game. Came out on top 44-26. How sweet was it to get that win over a really good football team that beat us pretty bad in September?
Oh, they skull-drug us. You know, they beat us by over 30 points and enjoyed it.
Yeah.
They had a really good time, which they should have. I understand that. I wasn't mad or upset. And my favorite part is, though, we go down to Panama City, and East Central had really beat us up. And Coach Daniel would tell you we had beat on them. We were both beat up. We played that Friday night, and then you got to turn around and play on Thursday down in Panama City against a South Haven team that had 2 weeks to prepare for us. Yeah. We had 2 days. And the coaches were, you know, we were trying on Saturday and Sunday to get stuff on South Haven. we had everything we needed on Freedom if Freedom won. And we get there, and, we have 2 kids that didn't get to play for injuries. And then when we get ready to play Freedom, of course, I get a call that morning. We go to breakfast down there, and we come back. Everything's fine. And I get a call about an hour later from Marty Black and says Eli's sick.
Yep. Starting quarterback Eli Black.
I went, what? So I think you come over to do the coaches show, and I'm like, man, we're trying to figure out what we're going to do now on offense and defense without him in it. And the Lord just he gave that kid enough energy to play that ball game. I don't know how he played. He couldn't hold his head up 5 minutes before the ball game. We're trying to tape his shoes on him. And the first play of the game was for him. We had set it up for him, and I asked him, I said, let's just run something else. He said, no, I got it. And I think he broke it for about 50 yards. But if he'd have been healthy, he'd have scored.
Yeah.
But he ran out of bounds, and everybody thought I was taking him out. But I was just going to give him another play, and he took it. He'd never come out of quarterback.
Unbelievable performance, and under the circumstances, no doubt. Well, every championship team has a moment maybe nobody in the stands notices except the coaching staff, and you probably never forget it. What was yours last year?
Yeah, it's easy for me. It was Southern Christian the first 3 snaps of the football game when they had the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And they won the coin toss, and they wanted the ball.
Yeah. And
Clay had them ready on defense, and the first 3 plays, they went backwards.
Yep.
And I knew at that moment, y'all in trouble.
Yep.
That was my favorite moment. We had Coach Clay and that group over there had really coached them up, knew exactly what they were going to do. As soon as they got in the formation, Clay's just screaming, here it comes, here it comes. And we hit Jagger in the backfield, and he lost 5. And then I think the quarterback ran the next one, tried to get outside, and he lost 5 more. And
yep.
And, that set the tone for the game.
It sure did. Well, 3 losses is rare here at Evangel for you, Coach Smith. What did those games teach you that the 10 wins didn't?
Yeah, this game will humble you real fast, and I don't know. I really thought I did a poor job coaching the first 4 weeks of the season. I told the kids that I tried to protect them too much. And as a football coach, you do try to protect them, but you can't protect them. You got to go practice. And we had quit hitting at practice. We were hitting dummies, and I think that I learned that you just got to go play football.
Right.
And that's what we did. But it was very humbling. I still take the credit for the Arendelle Parrott loss. I told them that.
Yeah.
That one's on me. And then I don't know. I felt like I did a terrible job getting them ready for those first 4 games.
Well, it was a dramatic turnaround, and it was fun to watch down the stretch, no doubt. Well, you've got seniors from that group who have moved on. Who's maybe the hardest guy to replace, and what are you replacing?
Oh, man, that's a tough one. Of course, you got to start with Wyatt. He started
Chandler.
3 years. Yeah, Wyatt Chandler started for 3 years on the line.
Yeah.
And we break out this summer, and Wyatt's not around, and that's unusual for us. He's been here a while.
Yeah.
And then, you got 2 kids that had never played football, and Trey and Whit, Trey
Right.
Hope and Whit Bourne, and
Right.
they turned out to be all conference, all county football players, you know. And
Good athletes.
Good athletes.
That helped.
And, never played football.
Right.
Never put on a helmet, a girdle, nothing.
And it showed in the first few games.
Yeah, yes, it did. We like to make fun of Trey at Freedom when he spiked the ball. No, River Oaks here. He had to go in the quarterback when Eli got hurt, and it was 3rd down, and I called the play, and we didn't score it. He jumps up and spikes the ball on 4th down to stop the clock. I couldn't holler at the kid. That was his first 2 snaps at quarterback in his life. So.
Yeah.
But now it's over with. Yes, we make fun of him.
Well, let's now turn our attention to this season. Again, it's year 10 for you at Evangel, and fall camp is behind you. So give me the honest state of this football team right now.
Yeah, I wish I knew. I'll be honest. We got a lot of kids back. You got to start back there with 9 at quarterback. He's really good. Isaac Griffith, 22 at tailback. He's back. That was really Isaac's first year to play varsity sports, and he rushed for 600-700 yards. I really look for Isaac to have a breakout year. Then you got to look out wide to Ben Davis, who we call Miles.
Yeah.
He had 1,000 yards receiving last year, and as he likes to tell you, he's a problem. He's a problem because he is tough to match up with if you're going to play man. We're going to find him.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
No, he's not. And then you got James Wolf, who's been starting for the last 2 years at center. He's back. Jackson Loudon is back. So and Cruz Romano is back. Mm-hmm. Sawyer Welch. I mean, we have a really good nucleus, and then you got kids that stepped up in Florida like Casey Venable.
Right.
I mean, out of nowhere, we put this kid at linebacker, and he weighs 135 pounds, soaking wet if he's had lunch.
Yeah.
And, man, he's starting this year at linebacker, let me tell you. He's a little heat-seeking missile now. He will hit you.
Yeah. He was fun to watch, like you said. He was not very big out there, but he definitely made an impact when he was on the field.
He did, and he should make a big impact tomorrow night.
Well, what's the identity of this year's Lightning? Are you going to look like last year's team, or is this a
Oh, we don't go 1-3. I mean, you people can say what they want, but when you get to offense, you are your quarterback.
Mm.
And our quarterback's a dual threat. He can do it all. He threw for, if he didn't throw for 2,000, I think he did, just a little bit over. I can't remember. And then he rushed for 1,400. That's who we'll be. We'll be wide open. And then at times we'll get in that double wing.
Yeah.
And we'll get in that eye with two tights a little bit. We do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, the offense is definitely multiple, and I'm sure that's going to continue to be a problem for defenses this season.
Hope so.
Up front, on the offensive and defensive lines, that's usually where seasons get decided.
Mm.
How do you feel about the group in the trenches this year?
Yeah, I can't wait to watch them Friday night to be honest. We got Jackson Loudon at the left guard and Cruz, and I'm going to get this twin wrong. I think it's Jackson that plays tight end, or Ethan, I don't know. But we got those two at tight end, and Jack Nivens will play some tight end. But then you got Zach Davis, who's never started. He's at right guard, and he might weigh 160 pounds, soaking wet. And then you flip over to the other side, and at nose guard, the ends we're still, we got Jackson Loudon and Jack Nivens. They're both really special.
Yeah.
They can play. But in that middle, we're replacing a guy named Caleb Woods. Big Caleb, he anchored that nose because it took two people to move him.
Yeah.
We don't have that.
Right.
So now we're going to use a little bit of speed.
Okay.
So we got two brothers that moved in, Levi and Caden Jackson, and they're going to be rotating out. And we have a package where we put Isaac Griffith down there.
Okay. Interesting.
He's a handful right there.
The speed tactic worked a few years ago for us. We didn't have a lot of size, but
we didn't have anybody 200 pounds.
Those three guys we had
they could run.
They could cause some havoc.
They could run.
So
that was Clay's favorite defense because everybody on the defense, nobody on that defense ran over a 5 flat. They were all 5 or, now I didn't say there was 4 or 5, but they was all 4.8, 4.9.
Mm-hmm.
You got 8 kids running around that fast. I remember Clay Stanton at nose guard dropping back and picking off a pass.
Yeah.
We're like, what's he doing back there? Good play.
Yeah, well, maybe you've already mentioned them, but give us a couple of names our viewers should learn early, maybe guys who didn't get their name called much last year but are going to this fall.
Yeah, I would watch for Zach Davis. He's got to be big for us at 160 pounds at that guard. You may not call his name a lot because he's on the offensive line, but we'll know it. I really think that this could be a breakout year for Isaac. I think Sawyer Welch, the Morris twins, Ethan and Jackson, both of them could have a big year. For us to have a good season, all those kids are going to have to step up and play.
Okay. Is there a particular position group that's kept you up at night, or?
Yeah, easy.
What have you done about it?
Not slept a lot. The offensive line, again, you take Wyatt Chandler out of the mix.
Yeah.
That's a big plug right there. So,
right.
Yeah, we're a little concerned with that, and backups. We're not real deep. Our depth is young. They're all sophomores.
Okay.
They all played last night in the JV game or Monday night in the JV game, and so now they're the backups for the varsity.
Well,
it's their turn.
Time to grow up.
That's right.
So coming off of a championship, how do you handle expectations, especially with those younger guys? Is there such a thing as too much confidence in August?
Yeah, I don't think the older kids will let them do it.
Okay.
We had a few kids that come out in the spring that didn't come back. And we really didn't do much in the spring, but they let it be known. We talk about don't drop that rope. And I promise you, Eli and Miles and that group, they don't want to drop that rope. They don't want to be the group that lets it down.
Right.
So that they keep them on their toes. But, yeah, I'm okay with a little bit of swagger. I'd rather them have swagger than be cowardice.
Right.
Not wanting to hit somebody. And I do believe that kids know how to win if you've been in a program that wins. At 1-3 last year, our kids still knew how to win. And they turned it around. So hopefully we won't start out 1-3 this year.
Yeah.
And I'll be happy.
Yeah, sure. Well, repeating repeating at 4-0 in the conference again this year seems like it might be a little taller order than usual. What's your evaluation of the conference depth this year?
Yeah, I've already saw 3 of them play. Everybody's played but us. Ezekiel won Friday night. Lighthouse went to Gatlinburg a week ago and won big. And then this weekend, Southern Christian and East Central went. And Southern Christian won. East Central lost in an absolute bloodbath. They were black and blue. Both teams just lined up and just ran it down each other's throats, back and forth. And I talked to Coach Daniel today, and he said both teams had over 400 yards rushing.
Wow.
They got beat 56-48.
Yeah, I saw the score, but I didn't get a chance to catch the game. Wow.
They turned it over a couple of times, and the other team didn't. That was the difference.
That was the difference.
That was the difference.
Well, okay, let's talk about Friday night's matchup with the Chattanooga Patriots, which they're CSTHEA or something like that. It's the official name of the school, but we're going to call them Chattanooga.
Please. I don't know what all those letters stand for.
Yeah. Opening the year on the road, out of state. Was that by design or just kind of how the schedule fell this year?
It just fell that way. You know, they came to us last year. I did try to buy him off to get him to come back, but he wouldn't do it. So we'll leave tomorrow morning at 12 o'clock on the charter bus and stop and eat in Fort Payne, Alabama at a Zaxby's and then go on up and play. But they're very well coached. Coach Stephen King, he's an old school guy, and he'll have them ready to play. They've already played. They won their first game 12-7. They're really stout on defense. They really are. They're good up front, and they're fast.
Okay.
They're kind of like us. They're not huge. Everybody's going to be bigger than us, y'all. I mean, everybody needs to know that when you show up and you go, oh, we're small. Yeah, we are a little small this year. But they'll be well coached. It'll be a good football game, good opening game.
Anything else you want to tell us about what you know about the Patriots and what concerns you about them?
I think mainly their front four on defense. They're running a different defense. They have a 2-man line, and then they've got 4 guys, 2 ends and backers, and they're moving and shifting, and somebody out of that group's coming every time.
Okay.
So Coach Wolf and Dexter have had our group down there working on blitz pickups this week with the running backs to help. So that scares me a little bit because, you blitz through and get a free shot on him. That's a fumble.
Yeah. Well, these season openers can often be unpredictable. What's the one thing you're most anxious to see from your team in the first quarter?
Yeah, I want to see us move the football. I really do. I want to see us be able to run it. I want us to be physical up front, and we've really worked on it. We'll see. Yeah. We'll see. I think Eli throws the ball well. Ben and Sawyer and Cruz and that group out there, they're going to catch it.
Okay.
I mean, we have good receivers, and they can all run.
Yep.
Yeah, and I know if Coach Clay was here, he's anxious to see those linebackers and that new nose guard we got.
Yep.
Which we really don't have a 1. We have 1, 2, and 3. We're just going to rotate them.
That'll be good especially in this heat.
Oh, you think it'll be hot in Chattanooga?
Yeah.
At 6.
Maybe a little bit. So what's the message to your team in the locker room before they take the field for the first time this year?
Yeah, we've talked about it all year, and it's kind of been our little saying this year, and it's no shortcuts. We've talked about it every practice. No shortcuts in any rep, no shortcuts in running, nothing. And it goes back to there's no shortcuts in life. And we've talked about that. That was our first devotion of the year, was there's no shortcuts, in our walk, in our faith. There's no shortcuts. You either are or you're not. I mean, that's the truth. The Bible says you're either hot or cold. And that's what we talked about. So that'll be the message one more time is there's no shortcuts tonight. It's going to be hot.
Yeah,
it's going to be hot. It's going to be as hot for them as it is for us. I just pray we've got our group in a little better shape.
Right.
If it gets to a fourth quarter game, I do like our chances because I do know how hard we've worked them. Now, I'm sure Coach King got his group working hard too, but we work pretty hard.
Well, a couple of questions in closing, Coach. You've been doing this a long time. So, Coach, you've been doing this a long time. 2 decades at Cornerstone, almost a decade, starting the 10th year here at Evangel. What still gets you excited about a Friday night in August?
Oh, that's easy, man. Angie would tell you I get up early on Friday morning. I have the butterflies still. When I quit having those, I quit. If we're playing at home, I have a routine. I don't let anybody put the garbage bags in the garbage cans. I get on the cart and I ride around the field, check it, put the garbage bags in. Then after lunch, sometime I like to get quiet, but when those lights come on and we come out to warm up, man, that's my favorite part. When they come out,
Yep.
I'm ready.
That's cool.
And I could just about, throw up. I get so nervous still.
Yeah.
I don't care who we're playing, and they can be 0-50. It doesn't matter.
Makes a difference when you're ultimately responsible, right?
That's right. That's right. It does. I always tell. I used to aggravate Hagan when he was calling the plays, and he still helps me call them, and he helps Clay with defense. But he would do something, and I say, they're not going to ask you why you ran that stupid play. They're going to ask me.
Yeah.
So now I am calling the play. So now you can't. Why you run that
Yeah.
stupid play?
Right. Right. Yeah. Well, we've talked a little bit about the coaches. You want to touch a little bit about the coaching staff this year? Any new faces? Who's coming back? That kind of stuff for people who are not sure what the coaching staff looks like this year.
Same staff on the varsity. Same
Awesome.
group. It's amazing. Hagan and Dexter both are back. Neither one has a kid playing.
Right.
And, of course, Wolf's back for his 10th year. Clay's back. Clay and Andrew Welch are both back for years 6, maybe 5 or 6. And then Marty Black. I know Marty, even though Riggs has graduated up to the varsity, he still plays some JV. Marty's still down helping now with the JV, and Jason Cobb is taking over.
Yeah.
And then we got some new dads that are helping down there, and Mr. Schofield and a guy named Zach Champion, who played at Bessemer Academy and won 2 state titles, and he went to play at Louisiana Tech, and then he played 3 years. And I think don't hold me to this, but I think he said the CFL. He still looks like he could play, by the way, if you hadn't seen him. Yeah, he's still cut up and still spinning.
That's pretty cool.
So it's a good group of men.
It is. Blessed to have so many guys with that much experience.
Yeah.
No doubt. Makes your job easier.
It does. They make me look good sometimes. Sometimes they can't even help me.
And when they don't, it's still your fault.
It's still my fault, yeah. Why did you call that stupid play?
Anything else you want to say in closing, Coach?
Yeah, August the 28th. We're having like a 10-year reunion. And truthfully, it's not about me. We wanted to get all the kids back for those 10 years. Really 9. This is the 10th year. And I've talked to a lot of them who said they're going to try to come back. I can't wait.
Yeah.
You think about 9 years worth of teams. That's a lot of kids.
Yep.
2 of them was yours.
Yep. I know a lot of them are still in this area. So
That's right. Some of them's in Alaska.
Yeah. At least one's in Alaska.
That's right. That was a great conversation that day when I could talk to him about catch a can and all that. And you was like, what? I watched Deadliest Catch, man.
That's
Come on.
right. Talking about when I brought my son Andrew up here. Andrew was on a break from his job in Alaska and came home and visited with us. And we had a good conversation in Coach Smith's office.
I really did. I enjoyed catching up with him.
Yeah, you got to talk all that Deadliest Catch stuff that I've never seen.
What is wrong with you, man?
I know.
You never watched.
I don't watch much TV. I don't know. I'm a weirdo, I guess. Well, I know one thing. I like football.
And it's that time.
Yeah.
It's about that time.
Well, we can't wait to watch the team tonight, Coach, and we wish y'all much success. I'm going to turn it back over to Matt and the team, and we always say, strike lightning.
Strike lightning.
All right, welcome in. We are here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I'm going to be trying to get the camera lit up, and I'm going to let Wesley take over.
Welcome to the Scenic City in the Volunteer State, the site of opening kickoff night for your Evangel Lightning. A rematch of last year. Evangel won 40-8 in a blowout, but that was there. That was then. This is now. We're in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We're going to go to the anthem and the prayer now. a little bit earlier start than we're used to Eastern time here in the great volunteer state of Tennessee. 7 o'clock Eastern time, 6 p.m. Central. We're working hard to get that camera up and running here. We do have it running. Big thank you to Matt Holmes. So introducing the crew, I'm Wesley Holmes, your play-by-play broadcaster. Besides me, as always, the fan favorite, Matt Holmes. He's color analyst. He'll be bringing you the game in a new way. Of course, we have Jamie Jackson running the producing and stream, the first and only non-Holmes of the broadcast crew.
Let me introduce Jamie Jackson appropriately. A lot of people know, but may not know, but one of our biggest supporters here at Evangel, Jamie has been a fan for the last 3 years. He's made the opening game at the Black Bear Brawl the past 2 years, and now he's here in Chattanooga producing for the first time. And I'm going to let Jamie throw on his headset. Jamie, say hello to the people.
Hello, people.
A man of many words. And again, Natalie Holmes. Natalie's on camera. Natalie, how you doing tonight?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right. Not many people wanting to be on mic today, so let's go ahead and mute them. All right, Wesley, what you got for me tonight?
Yeah, so just going to talk about the captains real quick for the Lightning. We got 3 of them. That's number 6, Grayson Holmes. I can't think why they would put a guy like that out there. Talking about Grayson, a little bit joke there. Grayson, my younger brother, so happy to see him get a chance to sign this season, the senior. You got Nathan Murphy, number 20, another senior. His first year with the Lightning. James Wolfe as well. That's number 59. He's kind of been waiting his time a little bit. Another senior as well. We hope to see these 3 have an excellent year in their last one, wearing the white, silver, and navy blue. Coin toss underway here. You know, I sometimes wish we could just get a little drone in there for the coin toss. That'd be a cool extra feature. And while they're talking about the coin toss, just a quick breakdown for this game. Chattanooga, this is their 3rd year as a program, still kind of in the opening stages, and with that comes some growth pains. So last year, 4-7, they lost to Evangel, but 4-7, not bad record for a team, and only its 2nd season ever. You got to nod your hat to them and assume that this year they're going to be a lot better. Again, a matchup last year that Evangel did dominate, but that was in Alabaster. We're in Chattanooga now, and we're about ready to get this one started. And before this game starts, I do want to kind of take us back 1 year, and the scene is going to be Gatlinburg, Tennessee at the Black Bear Brawl. All we heard all offseason is that this is the year to get Evangel. They're too young, too small, not strong enough, that Coach Smith was getting older and softer, and that Evangel isn't what it used to be. Weeks 1 through 4 confirmed the suspicions. The Lightning, they started out 1-3. They lost 22-24 in Gatlinburg. They got blown out at home for the first time in years. They lost star quarterback Eli Black to injury against Freedom in a 38-8 loss. That was supposed to be it. Finally, the talking heads and media members were right about Evangel. They weren't what they used to be. But when faced with adversity, what did the Lightning do? The players didn't take to social media. They continued to put in the work and keep their heads down. The coaches, they didn't look for someone to blame. Instead, they found new ways to motivate the defense and innovate the offense. After the Lightning were written off, they won 9 straight. After they were written off, they won the CSTHEA Championship. And after all these things, the Lightning keep fighting back. They've done it for 10 years straight with Coach Smith, and we're ready to do it again. 2026 underway in Chattanooga.
And I think that's going to be kicked out of bounds. We had Miles Davis deep for the Lightning, and I believe we're going to get that ball about the 35-yard line.
And coming out for the Lightning is going to be number 9, Eli Black. He needs no introduction. He's been the star and really the workhorse for the Lightning the last 2 seasons. And let's see what he can do here. Senior Eli Black saying that for the first time, but he's had impact for more than 3 years to this point. Just 3 Lightning players out there waiting for the next 5.
All right, and you'll notice our camera angle's a little different. This is our first time out here in beautiful Chattanooga. We're actually in the bleachers with the stands, so we have a little bit different angle. We're going to make sure we get our best coverage to you as we see the offense take the field.
And you got to think the Lightning, they're going to want to start the 2026 season off with a bang. Right here, I'd look for maybe a little bit of trickery, maybe a play that's meant and intended to be a deep play.
Yeah, we talked to Coach Smith earlier, and they're ready for this team. Like you said, they've been putting in new plays this year. As Eli Black is ready to be at the helm.
Empty in the backfield. They're going to adjust right here. All 8 players within the hash marks. Opening snap, quarterback draw, Eli behind the line of scrimmage and taken down.
And great job right there. That's number 34 for the Patriots, Joseph Smolin, a junior that comes in for the tackle.
also with the help of Asher Long, a junior as well. Well, ignore what I say about deep plays right there, just a quarterback draw, but we saw last year how many times did that end up being an explosive run for Eli Black.
Yeah,
and
that was one of his bread and butters all season.
Same formation, but they do the opposite. Everyone in the hash marks, they go out wide, so empty, the twins to each side. Sawyer Black across the middle. He is going deep. He's got Ben Davis down the sideline. He brings it in.
And Ben Davis just kind of a streak route. He gets behind, who is that, number 3 for the Patriots. Great hands, brings it down right at the 20-yard line.
And that's the deep play that we were hoping to see right there. Connection of a big gain, number 9 to number 3. We said that a lot last year. I look forward to saying it again this year as well.
So of a lot of excitement with the first minute of this ball game. We see Isaac Griffith for the first time flanking Eli.
Griffith, he's put on some weight in the offseason. Excited to see what he can do this year. He takes the handoff going right. He's got a little bit of space.
Yeah, he was taken down by the corner. It was kind of a straight jet to the right, and as you said, he was muscling through, and his bread and butter last year was short yardage gains, but he got about 6-7 yards right there, makes it second and short for the Lightning.
So a little bit of everything for Evangel. Quarterback draw, a deep shot to your best receiver, and now just a simple halfback sweep to the right. See what the Lightning dial up right here. Similar play, inside zone. Griffith inside the 10-yard line. Lightning knocking on the door.
Yeah, and Griffin just barking like a bulldog through there, nosing through there. It almost like a little counter play for the Lightning as they get a first and goal at about the 7-yard line.
Looking to the sideline for the call from Coach Smith.
Just went under the 10-minute mark. So Sawyer Welch in there split out to the right, Romano to the left side as a eligible receiver.
They do love those tight end plays. Quarterback draw up the middle, and Eli Black into the end zone. Lightning strike first.
Lightning strike first in D. It's bookend quarterback draws. We started out the game with an opening draw, stuffed at the line, but he had room. Looks like our down lineman right there getting used to be in the trenches. So we got 6 points on the board for the Lightning.
And right there, like you said, just a good job, just out-muscling the other team. It didn't work on the first play, and it works there. Lightning 6 on the board. Let's make it 8 right here.
So we'll see. Is that our typical two-point conversion?
And well out wide is Sawyer. You got to think that the quarterback draw going right here is the strategy. And no, it's a shovel pass inside. Isaac, he's in for 2. Lightning extended 8-0.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to drop back for a second, but Isaac kind of did a shuffle step to the right, shuffle pass inside to number 22 as he pounds it in for 2. That takes your Lightning up 8-0 with 9:33 left in the first quarter, and we're getting ready to go to our first ad. You're watching Evangel Lightning Football.
We're here with ECS Athletics Director.
Noble Bank and Trust provides banking and financial services to meet a wide range of business and personal needs. Noble Bank and Trust. Welcome to personal banking.
Back in Chattanooga, 8-0 Evangel, and an impressive drive, and it didn't take very long, less than 2.5 minutes for Eli Black from 7 yards out on a QB draw. Matt, what impressed you most about that drive?
Really, just the way we improved our offensive line. Kind of struggled in the first 1 or 2 plays, and then after that, we were blocking downfield. We weren't caught in our heels, as it looks like, is that Sawyer Welch
It is.
going to be kicking off for the Lightning.
And that's Brooks McFarland deep for the Patriots. Hoping for a turn right here. He's dangerous. And just a sophomore with good size.
Yeah, be on the lookout for McFarland from the offensive standpoint. He and Camp Malloy and Junior Clee are go-to receivers for this Patriot team.
And as usual, a shorter kick for the Lightning. That ball's free. That ball's out there, and I think they got it. And they
Yes, the
did.
Lightning come up with the ball. I think that was
It's going to be
number 13.
number 13, Case Venable, a senior. Great hustle play right there, and the Lightning do as they do. They hustle and they get the ball back.
Yeah, and that was just a pinball right up the middle. Perfect job. Sawyer Welch opening kickoff for the Lightning, and we get it right back for Eli Black to help him take it down the field.
Good field position right here for the Lightning inside the 35-yard line. Got Twins to the right. Look for a slant right here, Ben Davis. Nope, he's looking for Davis.
Oh, that's got to be a flag holding on to him.
No penalty. I think there was a miscommunication. Davis maybe was going for a corner route. And I think that Eli Black thought it was an out and up, so miscommunication between quarterback and receiver.
Yeah, so great job by the line right there. Loudon up front, number 53, Zach Davis, a junior for us up front, and big number 59, James Wolf, doing a great job. Eli had all day to throw that ball.
And I want to give credit to number 53, Zach Davis, very young. He's only a junior here for the Lightning, and he has done an impressive job. They're going to say it is pass interference, I believe.
Yeah, they must have gone back and looked at our tape. Oh, holding one Mr. John Loudon. He's a spotter. We're going to call him the assistant spotter for the broadcast team, helping us out.
He's on the officiating crew for tonight.
That's right.
And Griffith's going to get swarmed under behind the line of scrimmage. He's hard to bring down. It takes 5 Patriots, but they do so behind the line.
Yeah, and just a hard-fought run. That end played it right, containing Griffith to have to take it back inside to those linebackers of the Patriots. Yeah, on the Patriots side, you need to be on the lookout for number 2, Camp Mallory and Jacob Bean. Last week, they had 9 solo tackles between the two of them as they took down the Tennessee Tigers. So I don't know if you mentioned pregame, Wesley, but the Patriots have already got one game under the belt with a win.
Yeah, 1-0 in a kind of sluggish 12-7 dogfight, but those are the ones that you want to win.
Yes, and it shows how strong their defense can be.
So wide, Twins out to the right here. Isaac Griffith to his right side. Sends Griffith out. Wide receiver wide open. That's tight end. Cruz Romano inside the 10, and he struts in like Dion. Touchdown, Evangel. It's 14-0.
I think he had the Harry Potter cloak because nobody was watching him on that play. Romano just slips out into the flats. Eli sees him right away. Easy 6 points for the Lightning.
Great play call right there. First use of the tight end all game, and it's not even 4 minutes in. The Lightning a chance to go up 16-0.
And I think our first Harry Potter reference in 3 years.
It's going to be Twins to the left right here. Griffith to his left, so same formation, just inverted. I'll look for a quarterback draw right here. Puts Ben Davis in motion. He's looking for Davis, gets him in the corner, and he's in. 16-0, Lightning lead, less than 4 minutes in.
And Eli Black rolls to the weak side, throwing across the body. Great catch right there for the 2 points. Your Lightnings take it 16-0. There's 8:16 left in this first quarter. We're getting ready to go to another ad. You're watching Evangel Lightning Football.
Noble Bank and Trust provides banking and financial services to meet a wide
providing the best rental equipment in the Birmingham metro area. Providing the best rental equipment in the Birmingham metro area. Contact Rental Men today. Located in the Meadowbrook area on Highway 280, Perrin & Sons is a family-owned company that has been serving Shelby County for over 40 years. They carry landscape supplies including mulch, pine straw, topsoil, sand, pea gravel, decorative stones, and much more. Give them a call or go by and see them today.
Kickoff on the way, 16-0, Lightning dominating so far. An onside kick last time worked well. Case and Venables jumping on it for ECS. Again, onside. It's got to have a really good bounce. Recovered. Well, it's in the dirt, but no, that's going to be recovered by 42, Asher Long.
Yeah, Asher Long playing the long bounce right there. Smart play. He knew the hit was coming, so great courage right there by the young man, number 42, as we see our defense on the field for the first time.
And similar faces to the offense. I just look out there. First thing I see is Isaac. I see Eli, number 12 out there. He's familiar. Jack Nivens, same face, but new number, wearing the number 2 for the Lightning.
Yes, Hope did not re-up his contract last year, so that is not Trey Hope. But be on the lookout for 42 Jackson Loudon. He led the team with 7.5 sacks last season, so looking for big things from him.
Up the middle, a flag out immediately, and he's wrapped up in the backfield. And the ball's out as well. Cruz Romano has it, but there's a flag. It may be offsides.
Yeah, great penetration by Eli and Cruz Romano to get through there. Again, our line just pushing their offensive line back. Referee's giving us a little sideline encouragement to back up, and that's for safety precautions.
So no penalty. Looks like they picked it up. Maybe an illegal formation by the offense, declined by the Lightning. Micah Dennett, a senior quarterback. Another handoff underneath. Nowhere. Oh, he wraps. He gets out of the tackle. He's free. Nearly a first down right there. Great hard running from Joseph Smolin.
Yeah, Smolin was a big key factor for them last year. As we look at their quarterback, Mike Adena, he was receiver last year for the Patriots, so stepping into the big shoes. Great handoff, good exchange, and great tough running right there by big number 34, Joseph Smolin.
And not many people get out of Eli Black's tackle. That's a hard job to do. Setting up shop here, 3rd and 1. This is a big play on their first down as an offense. He's got nowhere to go. Everyone in the backfield.
Yeah,
2-yard loss.
Big 13 for the Lightning. That's Case and Venable with the first hit to slow him down and then swarmed by the rest of the defense.
You got to think they're going to go for this right here. You're already down 16-0, less than halfway through this quarter. You need something to go your way.
Yeah, and they're right at midfield, well, maybe about 3 yards shy from midfield. And just real quick, we are playing on a 100-yard field. However, we are playing on the same width as our own field. So it's a 40-yard width, 100-yard deep, whereas at home we play 80 yards deep and 40 yards wide. So a little bit longer to run, but just helps beef up those stats.
So as a quarterback, you got to love to see fields like this.
Oh, yeah, especially when your name's Eli Black.
That's Brooks McFarland on the left end. Checking it with the official. You got to think that ball might be going his direction. No, he's wrapped up in the backfield. No chance right there. The Lightning swarm, and they take over.
It looked like our end just had a great pursuit around there. Or it could have been, was that Nivens who got around the end to pursue him?
It was. I mean, it wasn't just Nivens. It was everybody. You could look at the roster, just say a name, and they were probably in the backfield.
All right, so we stopped them on their first drive. However, they did have a big run, so we have to keep an eye on 34 Smolin as the Lightning take over first down at the Patriots' 48-yard line.
I see number 15, Ethan Morris, checking in on offense for the first time today. He's going to be split out wide at the tight end position. Sawyer, he's out left as well. Ben Davis to the right. Again, empty in the backfield, a formation we've seen more of today. Black, another quarterback draw, spins out of it to the left. Black, open field, runs through a few men, and he's taken down. That's going to be a first down gain for the Lightning.
So 2 things to notice on that play is Miles Davis went in motion. He was going to be the lead blocker for Eli Black right there. They did have a defender get through, but great juke and move, and he just followed his blockers. Just smart football by Eli Black.
And just tough running as well by number 9 out there. Takes multiple defenders to get him down. A great spin move as well.
You sound like a cow.
A little bit.
Move. All right, we're under 6 minutes here in the first quarter, and already a lot of action for the Lightning.
And it's going to be, I thought they were sending 3 out there, so it's just going to be twins to the left, Griffith to his left as well. And watch out, Jackson Loudon on the right end. He's eligible. That's Cruz Romano, pardon. Griffith in the open field. He's barreling over a few guys for a modest gain.
I mean, just running straight downhill, a little counterplay, nothing fancy, but great job by the line, especially Zach Davis at the center. Outstanding job on the snaps. The past few years as we've opened our games, we've struggled in the center area, but Zach Davis has come on really strong and early this year.
And a whistle and I believe a timeout. No injuries on the
It
field.
might be a water timeout. Nope. Just a stop and play.
I believe someone's helmet may have come off.
Oh, we had a little bit of blood out there, and for all safety reasons and standards, we got to clean that up and make sure the player is safe and safe for the other players.
I think the real reason is they don't want moms to have to clean up the jerseys this hard after the game.
You know what? I think there's a mom lobbyist out there led by Charlotte Harley.
So it's going to be Ben Davis and Sawyer Welch set out wide to the right. Griffith to his left again. He's looking deep. He's looking at Davis. He's winding up to the end zone. Davis. Oh, did he come down with it?
He did.
Waiting on the single. Yes, sir. Touchdown, Evangel. What a catch.
And that play developed. The key block right there was by number 2, senior Jack Nivens. They had a guy coming off the corner. He lays the block, gives Eli time to float it up there to Miles Davis. I think that took 30 seconds off the clock while it was in the air.
An incredible pass right there, but even better was the catch. The ability to locate that ball and come down with it. What an elite receiver to have in your room.
And he had 2 guys on him.
Holy cow, that's all you can say right there. And it's 22-0 Lightning. This one's getting a little silly in the first quarter.
Yeah, and what's strange, it's their home field. Their stands and sideline have been in the sun for the first half of this first quarter. We've been in the shade, not saying we're any cooler, but they've been having to sweat it out over there.
And that's going to be, I believe, Nivens on the run, and he struts in for 2, 24-0.
So Nivens going from the piggy, now spreading his wings, hitting it to the outside. Last year he was number 53. They lined him up at fullback, and they called it the piggy play. But this piggy's got some wheels on it, and he gets in there for 2.
I got to give some credit to the kickoff team for the Lightning. They are ready every single time we score. I don't think I've ever seen a smoother transition than this year.
Well, I think it's just the enthusiasm. You know, the hashtag this year is no shortcuts. So getting your guys out there ready, no laziness, all hustle. I think it shows. And part of that hustle can be intimidating by the other team, especially when we're getting on top so quickly.
And you got to wonder how much of this was motivated by the start of last season. We talked about it pregame. Yes, you start 0-1, but after that you start 1-3. You don't want to have a similar result this year. You want to start out strong.
Yeah, and that just shows the determination in not only the ability for our kids to adjust, but our coaching staff. We have the best coaching staff in the state. Obviously, I'm going to say the country because we won the national championship, the last 8 or 9 years, or 8 out of 9 years?
Something like that, and it seems like every single year we get doubted. Every single time there's someone that has something to say, and all Evangel does is put their head down and go to work.
They go to work.
Kickoff from Sawyer Welch. They've been pretty good so far, only 2 of them, and one resulted in an onside kick recovered by the Lightning, another one nearly mishandled by the Patriots.
So they have some different guys up front.
And that one takes a really high bounce. That one's in the air. And it's going to be, I believe, recovered by the Patriots.
I believe 42 came down with it again, he had the good hands last time, or was that number 40? It looks like that was number 40, Nathan Ovante Jr., which doesn't surprise me. He is a receiver, has great hands for the Patriots, and I believe last game he had an interception for the Patriots against the Tennessee Tigers.
You look out there, and there's kind of one head that just stands above all else of them, and I want to talk about him for a second. That's Jackson Loudon, a player that also put on some weight during the offseason. That's someone who I'd expect to get 7.5 sacks, maybe double that this year. We'd love to see it happen.
Yeah, I put on some weight this offseason. You haven't said anything about how great I look.
I won't comment on that for your sake.
Oh, my goodness. All right, back to the broadcast.
And there's going to be good field position right here, and there's going to be, I believe, a penalty on the Lightning. They're moving the ball up.
Did we go offsides on the kickoff?
It may have been. That ball boy just dropped a clearly good pass.
Well, hopefully his mom didn't get his son on camera dropping the ball.
And right there, he's wrapped up in the backfield, and that is Loudon. In there as well, that's Isaac Griffith and number 12, Cruz Romano.
You just spoke it to existence. Big 42 bust through the line, had nowhere to go.
And that's a big loss right there, 7-yard sack. And this Lightning defense, other than that one missed tackle, they have just been on you every single play.
And one of the things Coach Smith talked about earlier in the preseason during workouts and summer practices, our size has gone down a little bit. Obviously, we got some big guys out there, but we're just so quick off the ball, and you're seeing that right here.
And you can just look at their form. They're ready to attack. First passing play all night. That one stepped up in the air. Can the Lightning get to it? No, it was on the ground.
Yeah, it looked like it hit the ground.
Oh.
But just great dog rush up the middle as Venable tried to slide his fingers under that ball for an interception. That brings up 3rd and about 17 from their own 48.
And in these 3rd and long situations and the blitz from Evangel, you got to wonder if a screen would be in order right here. Can't think of any other play call that would be super effective. Just too much pressure up front from the Lightning. And this is where you have to call their number a little bit. You have to do something against the defense they're showing you. And until you do that, the Lightning are going to do the same thing and succeed over and over again. Trips out left. He's going to be wrapped up. Oh, that's a face mask, and they're going to call it right there. Couldn't tell if it was Loudon or Griffith in there.
Yeah, Griffith got in there first to chase him out of the pocket, and I think Loudon just hunting him down. As we have a little bit of a break in the action, Jamie Jackson, who's our first quarter sponsors?
Our first quarter sponsors are Top Tier Land and Tree and Hendrick.
We'll stick with Hendrick. Yeah, sometimes the font is so small it's hard for us to read, but we appreciate all our sponsors, especially our new sponsors this year, as you see them marking off 15 yards on that penalty. So that's going to be 3rd and, what do you say, Wesley, about 3?
Most likely going to be about 4th and forever. Instead, it's 3rd and very short. And you think you have 2 tries at this?
Oh, absolutely. They definitely know this is two down territory.
I thought maybe a false start right there. That's going to be thrown across the middle. It's caught, and he's going to be taken down by a few Lightning defenders. Nearly intercepted. It didn't look good when he threw it.
Yeah. Hey, credit right there to Micah Dennett. He saw Griffith coming right at him, a monster, looks like the little Hulk, and has a great pass, and Eli Black was just out of reach to knock it down. So great pass and catch for the Patriots right there. First down at the Lightning 25 or 26, I believe. It's hard to tell.
And number 22, nose guard Isaac Griffith, how impressive is he playing at that position and just getting inside, it feels like, each and every play.
Each and every play. And that's what's so tough when you're in the shotgun formation. You're a center trying to make sure it gets back there.
He's looking deep for his man across the middle. 3 Lightning defenders. Oh, and it couldn't get brought in. There's number 16, Jackson Morris, the other twin.
Yeah, so number 8, Brooks McFarland right there, kind of on a deep slant, runs right in between 3 Lightning defenders, so that would have been a tough catch anyway.
At the 26-yard line, this is the best field position they've had all night. Obviously, things are not looking very good for the Patriots. You have to capitalize here.
You got to capitalize here, and you have to extend these drives as well because like you mentioned at the beginning of the game, there's a lot of the same faces on defense and offense, especially for somebody like Isaac Griffith and Jackson Loudon on the other side having to play both ways.
Brooks McFarland, he's your best receiver here. You got to get him more targets. And right there up the middle, just nowhere to go. Slammed down by Jackson Evans. Case Invitable's in there as well. It's going to be another loss. It's going to bring up their third and long of the game.
Yeah, so again, great job. Our defense just lining up and just headstrong after the ball. What we have to watch out for is that offsides, the head juke by the quarterback because we are so eager to get back there.
3rd and 14, long huddle right here. What's the opposite of a sugar huddle, which was made famous by Gus Malzahn? This is, I don't know what you'd call it.
Honey huddle?
Fermenting huddle. We'll call it the wine huddle.
Well, all right.
It just sits and stirs for a little bit. 3rd and long. That one is caught right there, and it's going to be Brooks. He's not going to get very far. It's going to bring up 4th and 10.
And the reason that worked right there for the Patriots, McFarland, great catch. Our defense is kind of playing in a prevent D. Our cornerbacks are playing off the line a good bit. So great catch right there. A little bit of a bobble, but he gained control and got upfield. 4th and 10 for the Patriots.
And again, they're going to go for this right here. You have nothing to lose. You only have something to gain. And it's one of those situations, you're down 24. Was there even a thought of a punt in your mind or a kick of any kind?
No thought whatsoever. You're out there to make plays and make things happen. Sometimes lightning strikes. Usually it's for us. But let's see what Coach King on the other side has cooked up right here on 4th and long.
And watch out for Jacob Bean, kind of on an island out there to the right by himself. You take the Lightning defender in one-on-one coverage, but that's a chance you'll take. And he does look out there for Bean. He does make the catch. He's going to be wrapped up short of the first down by multiple yards. Evangel takes over.
Yeah, so that was a new quarterback, lefty A. Brock. We don't have his first name, so we apologize for that. But he's just a sophomore, so first time coming in there, throws a dart, a great completion, just not enough for the first down.
Yes, that's Andrew Brock right there.
Andrew, you didn't write that on my sheet. That is a demerit for you. Hand me that pen.
And out there for the first time for your Lightning, I see Matthew Cobb. He was the JV starting quarterback last year, plays a little bit of JV as well. Super excited to see him out there get some snaps. A young man I got to know very well last season. And he's one of those, he's put in work as hard as anybody this offseason. It's great to see him out there, and the snap can't quite corral it. Good job to make sure it's not on the ground.
Yeah, and speaking of our JV, they had a great game this past Monday. Outstanding win for our young Lightning. It's always great to see the future of the Lightning in the present. So good things ahead. A little bobble right there, and sometimes that's just nerves.
And that's going to wrap it up for the first quarter. It goes about as well as it can for the Lightning. 24-0. We're heading to commercial. You're watching Evangel Lightning Football.
Family owned and operated for over 50 years, Shelby Concrete operates 9 ready-mix concrete plants from Central Alabama to the Gulf Coast. For your commercial, residential, or industrial service needs, visit their website today and ask for a quote. ShelbyConcrete.com. Located in the Meadowbrook area on Highway 280, Perrin & Sons is a family-owned company that has been serving Shelby County for over 40 years. They carry landscape supplies including mulch, pine straw, topsoil, sand, pea gravel, decorative stones, and much more. Give them a call or go by and see them today. Jennifer Watley has over 20 years of experience in the mental health field working with children and adolescents. She is also a registered play therapist and works with children as young as 2. Jennifer offers counseling and school advocacy services. She accepts several insurance plans and offers a sliding scale fee for private pay. Call today for a free consultation.
All right, and we are back. If you paid attention right there, a lot of new sponsors. Thank you so much for helping bring this broadcast.
Second and long right here for the Lightning. Matthew Cobb at quarterback, his first ever varsity game. He's going to throw it out wide right there. He's got a block out there, and he's going to get most of that yardage back. It's going to be third and manageable here.
Great job by Cobb. Stayed in there confident, make sure he had the snap. Nice, easy toss and catch right there. Was that to Miles Davis around the end?
I believe that was Sawyer.
It was to Sawyer Welch, okay.
And I want to give some credit. Russell Murphy also out there making some varsity playing time. I believe he was snapping right there.
Outstanding. That's for me, that's the hardest position out on the field.
Sorry, he was actually at guard, not snapping. That's James
Second
Wolf.
hardest position is what I was saying is the guard.
Matthew Cobb, they're going to call a timeout. A little bit of confusion out there. And you want to make sure you get the right play call.
Absolutely. We're going to stay with you through this timeout right here. 11:53, 24-0 in the first quarter, Wesley. Anything you change in that first quarter?
Not a thing. I mean, the only thing that you could possibly do better is get 2 more onside kicks. And that's just extra icing on an already calorie-filled cake.
So what are you seeing early on from the guys who were experienced from last year to some of the new guys who are stepping up into these new positions? Like Isaac Griffith, obviously he played, but he's has a new role on defense.
I think the biggest thing I was talking off air is just strength.
Yeah.
This team is stronger than last year, and it shows. Yes, are they in size? Are they a little bit smaller? They are, but they are out physically another team that's probably bigger than they are. And from the younger guys, I'm seeing an eagerness to be out there. And, of course, we say all these same things about all these players, but it is true. These guys want to play football. That's why they're here.
And as you see, a good shot of our cheerleaders right there, getting the fans excited here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, near the Smoky Mountains, not too far from the Chattanooga choo-choo, as our Lightning line up on the ball.
And again, that's Matthew Cobb out there. Isaac Griffith to his right. Whistle blows, play in set. That's Camp Mallory. Wasn't quite in formation on defense.
I got to put my glasses back
and
on.
In motion goes Sawyer Welch. Snap to Cobb. Cobb immediately looks to his right, looking for Davis. He's got Davis wide open. Davis comes back to it. Davis at the 50, 45, 40, crosses field, runs into a man. He is down to the 35. A little underthrown, but good job to find a wide open man.
And two things happened right there. The line held the ground, and Cobb stepped into that pass. Now, Miles Davis got down the field very quickly, had to hold up, but that cut made one of their defenders come out of their shoes as we have a big gain, 1st and 10 at the Patriots 35.
And that's just what Ben Davis will do to you.
Yes.
He will just knock you out of your cleats. Wow.
Well, I don't have cleats on, and they almost came off.
And again, that's Isaac Griffith in the backfield. That's Cruz Romano at the line of scrimmage. He's going to be at tight end right there. He's eligible. Watch out for him. That's going to be Griffith to the right side. Griffith, a big hole. Griffith, a lot of room. Griffith tumbles through. He's inside the 20-yard line.
I mean, he just tumbling through there. This is an old reference. Wesley, you're not going to get it. You weren't alive. But looks like Lionel James from 1983 for the Auburn Tigers. He was played tailback and fullback under Bo Jackson, but he just got that dog look as he ran around the corner up the field for a first down.
I have his trading card, just so you know.
Well, I gave it to you.
You actually did not give me that one.
All right, we're not going to argue in front of fans.
And it's a big game for the Lightning. Everything working right for this offense. And, man, you'd love to see Matthew Cobb get himself one here.
Absolutely, as they come up to the line.
And that's Nivens out there as well at a halfback position. He sneaks in right behind Zach Davis on the line. A lot of good player rotation here. Toss, Griffith, a lot of space. He's got a blocker in Loudon. He's inside the 10, inside the 5. Lightning knocking on the door again.
As you mentioned right there, number 42, Jackson Loudon just annihilates the defender, sends him off his feet almost into the end zone for Griffith to get a great 1st and goal. Nice toss pitch by Cobb as we line up on, I believe, the Patriot 4 or 5 yard line, 4 yard line.
You got to wonder if Nivens is going to get the call here in this formation down so close to the end zone. He typically gets it.
I wouldn't be surprised for a fake toss right here and Cobb to take it up the middle himself. But we're in the I formation, so I don't think we're going to see that. Or we're in the wing.
Let's see if Nivens will get the call. And that ball's on the ground. Nivens tries to pick it up. He does. And he just falls down at the 5. No gain, no loss. It's 2nd down.
You think that was a quarterback sneak right there, and he just bumbled it trying to run before it got to him?
I don't think so. It looked like it was going to be just a handoff right there to either Nivens or Griffith.
All right, we're still over 9 minutes remaining in this 2nd quarter.
They keep the same personnel. Sawyer Welch comes out of the game.
No, Sawyer Welch in the game.
No, that's Ben Davis coming out of the game.
3 and 4, they're right next to each other in the numerical order, so I get it.
Running back to each side. Double barrel. He's going to give it to Griffith. Griffith. Oh, a nice move into the end zone again. Lightning 30-0.
I mean, it's like he hit the pause button. He paused, and everybody kept going to the right. He cuts back in right up the middle. Griffin, touchdown, Lightning, 30-0.
And again, everything working right here for this Lightning offense. And that's Cobb out there going out with Ben Davis. Nivens out of this formation.
And again, it's great, as you mentioned, to see all these guys getting additional playing time at the opening of our season right here. I know it's great rest for Eli Black to have a little bit of a breather.
And you can never think too early about getting your players rest.
Oh, sure.
I'd look for Cruz Romano right here.
I see him.
And he is looking at him. Up for grabs. Oh, he caught it, but I think he's out the back. And he is.
Yeah, you called it immediate. A little fade route. It was underthrown just a touch, but great job by Cruz Romano to find the ball and catch it. That's the kind of thing that'll help you down the road. I do want to make a special announcement. I know we introduced Jamie Jackson earlier, but I don't think you understand how special. Former Alabama College third-string walk-on. He got to carry Van Tiffin's cleats. Oh, he's holding up 3 more. 6th-string walk-on at the University of Alabama. That's a lot more than I got to do.
I didn't even know that many strings, to be honest.
Jamie, in practice, what was some of the longest field goals you had?
Semi-pro or at college?
In college.
About 58, 60.
58 in college. And when you were up in, was it Pittsburgh when you played semi-pro?
Pocono Mountaineers.
Okay, and what did you get the kick when you were up there?
No, I was 2nd string. Politics play a big role.
Oh, no.
But I got
the internet wasn't around back then.
but
They can't double check.
I got to
what-
brag. I got my kickoff up to 80 yards.
Oh, my
Oh, wow.
word.
Yeah, and I kicked 65-yard field goal.
Wesley can't
On
run
a
80
regular
yards,
basis.
so that's impressive.
Yeah, I'll put on some weight in the off season, and we're making can't run jokes.
Oh, we can't do that? Okay.
Thanks for asking. Those are fun memories.
Those are fun. We might get a few more.
To be sorry, Welts on kickoff duty once again. That was kind of one question we hadn't really answered. Who's going to kick for the Lightning? And it's been answered so far.
Yeah, and we do know that Isaac Griffith can kick deep, so he may be called in later.
Kind of a squib over the middle. It's picked up right there by McFarland. McFarland just looking for some space, nowhere to go, brought down by Morris.
Yeah, and Nivens looked like he was held or blocked in the back, so a no call right there, and probably a good no call as our defense comes out onto the field.
And at this point, if you're Chattanooga, you got to worry about getting points on the board. You can't go 0-4 right here, especially not in the entire first half.
And I would say you got to try to attack one of our weaknesses, but right now our corners are playing great. Our line is playing great as there is a timeout. So we're going to take a quick break with you. You are watching Evangel Lightning Football.
Jennifer Watley has over 20 years of experience in the mental health field working with children and adolescents. She is also a registered play therapist and works with children as young as 2. Jennifer offers counseling and school advocacy services. She accepts several insurance plans and offers a sliding scale fee for private pay. Call today for a free consultation.
Whether you're buying your first home, selling your current one, investing for the future, or building your dream home, I'm here to make the process simple. I'm Mandy Welch with Exit Realty Cahaba. With more than 20 years experience, dedication, and a passion for real estate, I'm ready to help you make your next move. Call me today.
And we're back in the Scenic City. Lightning lead 30-0. First and 10, new quarterback out there. It's number 5, Andrew Brock. It's not new quarterback. He was out there last play of last drive. First time leading a drive.
Yeah, southpaw.
Gotta love a lefty. He's under duress, and he just tries to get it away.
Nobody around. Great job. I'm surprised they had him rolling out to his weak side to throw across his body. I wonder if the receiver went a little too deep. It was supposed to be more than just like a little stop, but great deep. There was just so much pressure on him.
His eyes were in the flats. You expect a receiver to be out there, and there just wasn't one.
There could have been one dragging over the middle and just, got stopped by one of our linebackers.
So it's going to remain 2nd and 10. A good job to just throw that ball away there. Live to see another day. And that's a tall quarterback right there. Yeah. And right behind him, he's got Smolin to his left. See if he gets his number called. And he does. Kind of an awkward handoff. Dragged down by big number 34. That's Caden Jackson for the Lightning, a senior playing his first season with the Lightning.
Yeah, great job. Good penetration to get through the line. First time playing football for the Lightning. Very impressive young man as he comes to the sideline for a rest.
And it's going to be 3rd and long. Once again, same old story for this offense. Can they finally get out of it? It's just a toxic relationship that never ends.
It is. It is. Kind of like us. They're trying to get you to move out.
And out wide is Camp Mallory.
We're live here.
Abe
We're
Guffey.
watching Evangel football.
And that's going to get the call right there. Camp Mallory, he breaks a couple tackles, gets a few yards back, but stood up well short of the first down. It's going to result in a 4th and long.
Yeah, and just the Lightning defense swarming to the ball as we've seen all game. They might be bringing out their punting unit. I just don't know if they can get past this Lightning defense.
And this feels this is a very popular meme, very Cleveland Brown inspired, all this punting, no offense. And they're going to send first-team defense back out there, maybe a little afraid of a fake here, you think.
Well, real quick, they have a punter in number 11, Titus Clee. Last week he had 3 punts that averaged for over 36 yards and 1 for 43. So that can cause issues when you're the deep man, and we have Miles Davis back there.
And you wouldn't expect a fake right here, but it's just one of those things you always have to be careful with.
And it looks like we're ready to get after that ball, but I think we're gonna go after it.
And he gets up safely. That one's just high and not going very far. I wouldn't even get close to it if I'm the Lightning. Ooh, Nivens nearly touching a Lightning player.
So that one was shorter than usual for CSTHEA, about a 14-yard punt as the Lightning take over at the Patriots' 48-yard line.
Plus side of the 50 right here. No break. Lightning offense going right back out there.
And there's still over 6 minutes left in this first half as the Lightning head back out on the field on offense.
And it's Cobb out there once again.
So I like the confidence I'm seeing that Coach Smith and that the coaches have in Cobb leading the ship right now.
And again, look out for Cruz Romano, an eligible receiver at tight end. Ben Davis in motion, sweep to the left side. Davis trying to make a move, kind of gets whipped around. No horse collar call. He'll get
Eli
4.
Black looking for the flag right there, but a great block by Isaac Griffith, number 22, that allowed Davis to get around the corner for about a 5, almost 6-yard gain.
And those modest gains that just make it so much easier the next play.
Oh, opens up that playbook.
And with Matthew Cobb, you have to wonder how much of the playbook is he ready for right now? Do you just open it up wide? Do you keep it a little bit calmer? I'd love to see him just launch one right here.
Well, they had a 40-yard pass just about 3 minutes ago to Davis.
Davis in motion right there, goes to Griffith over the middle. He's not going to get very far, short of the first down.
Great job by number 59. That's R. DeShane, a senior for the Patriots, that helped bring down Griffith for a maybe just a 1-yard gain as he's replaced by number 42, Asher Long.
And that's one of those things right there. Numbers makes a difference. There was holes right there made by the offensive line.
Yep.
Just too many defenders in the area.
Yep.
And a timeout right there. Evangel using it second. We're going to take it with him. You're watching Evangel Lightning Football.
Whether you're buying your first home,
Third and 4 for the Lightning here in the Volunteer State. Kind of the first situation where we didn't just get an easy first down or an easy touchdown. Lightning working for this first down right here with brand new quarterback Matthew Cobb, just a sophomore. Interesting formation right here. You've got 3 in the backfield lined up, 2 to his left, stacked on top of one another. It's going to be a toss play out wide. That's going to be Eli Black on the toss. Eli Black, he's gone into the end zone. Lightning pouring it on in the second quarter, 36-0. And what a formation right there. You got Eli Black to the back left. You toss it to him out wide, blockers in front, and that's one of the more unique formations I've ever seen, and you love to watch it. Wow. That might be his first running touchdown, not as a quarterback.
Yeah, so I missed that play. I had to listen to your excitement. I was trying to get the video back up where you can actually see the text of the play. So my apologies that I wasn't paying attention. So thank you for our ECS Athletics bringing that to our attention so you can better experience this Evangel Lightning game.
Cobb looking for right here. He's got number 7, and is he in for 2? He is.
And that's Gabe Armstrong with the inside handoff.
Another younger player for the Lightning getting some reps here, and just very, very exciting to see these guys out here.
Yeah, as a sophomore, he is 5'10" and 167 pounds, so a big guy to be a sophomore.
And Lightning have extended their lead 38-0. Boy, this one just getting out of hand very, very quickly.
Yeah, so still just under 6 minutes remaining in this first period. A lot of points on the board, a lot of yards, a lot of people touching the ball on this Evangel Lightning offense as we prepare for kickoff. It's been an exciting game all the way around.
And it's just been an avalanche of Lightning so far, nothing but Evangel. And what's turning out to be another blowout of a game. And last year was 40-8. We're on pace to more than double it. You assume at some point the barrage slows down, but still can't be a fun outing so far for the Patriots.
Yeah, so we get a good look at our cheerleaders right there performing for the Evangel Lightning. We appreciate all they do and all the hard work they put in with Coach April Brand week in and week out as we get ready to kick this ball off.
Wiltz steps into it, foot in the ground of that one again. Kind of that awkward over the middle squib.
Yep.
That's picked up and a run back. Oh my goodness, ball's out, and I think the Patriots got it back, but that was Sawyer Wiltz delivering a whale of a blow. Holy cow. Oh, it is Evangel ball.
And almost a Pat McAfee moment right there as the kicker lays on the mustard against the Patriots. And we take over 1st and 10 for the Lightning.
I'm sorry, Welts, the smallest guy out there. He's got the heart of the biggest one.
Oh, yeah, we
What a
talked about
play.
him last year, just the heart of a lion. I forget which game we were at. It was near Hewitt Trustful where he launched about a 30-yard touchdown to Miles Davis down the right sideline. So, like you said, just the heart of a lion.
And once again, Matthew Cobb out there. Matthew Cobb not out there. That is Matthew Cobb. I apologize. Couldn't see him under center. And that's a good run. He's still a tough running right there. He's going to get a first down out of that.
And
Holy
great
cow.
job just moving his feet as he gets a little help from number 15, Stan Morris. And I'm going to say Stan helped him about 5%. That was 95% Isaac Griffith pumping those legs to get a first down.
And there hasn't been a single time tonight where any Lightning player has been taken down by one person.
Right,
It
right.
takes a village to take them down, 2-3 players. And that goes to, so you asked earlier, what am I seeing out of maybe the veterans, maybe the new people? That's what I'm saying. Their toughness.
Yes.
Their physical toughness in this game so far. That's why they're up 38-0.
All right, so taking their time in the huddle right now.
It's the wine huddle, as we've now coined it.
You coined it.
I'd love to see number 15 out there for the Lightning. That's Ethan Morris, a junior. I'd love to see him get a pass right here. He's eligible tight end on the left side.
And Romano, the other bookend on the other side.
Under center, Cobb. Oh, a lot of pressure in the backfield. But it was a trick play. It went to the Mr. Piggy himself. That's Nivens.
Yeah, Jack Nivens, even though he was stopped, he didn't go down. So back to your point, it takes a village to try to get these Evangel Lightning players to the ground.
And he's one of the tougher runners you're going to get. You got to think of a guy that's played offensive and defensive line his whole life. When you give a guy like that a chance to run the ball, he's going to run it harder than most. Cobb with 2 in the backfield. He's got Jack Nivens and Gabe Armstrong. I love a rollout right here from Cobb. Cobb, he is going to roll out. He's looking deep. He's got Ethan Morris, who I called earlier. That should be pass interference. He got there early, and no whistle. They're letting him play tonight. And a little bit underthrown. Needs a little bit more juice right there from Cobb. It's going to bring up 3rd and 9. The Lightning's really first 3rd and long situation. You got to think they're going to call up a pass play, you would imagine. And again, that kind of that wine huddle as we've talked about. It's going to be 1 in the backfield right there. It's going to be Gabe Armstrong. He's got Sawyer Welts out wide to his left, and he's got Ben Davis out to the left as well. Kind of a tighter Twins formation. Davis in motion, and that snap is well behind him. He's going to have to just hunt that one down and fall on it. He gets it down at the 45 for a long loss. It's going to be 4th in Montana. Long distance to go, and you got to think they'll kick this ball.
Yeah, and we apologize about that technical difficulty. First game jitters for some of us out here. We got the clock is now visible to our viewers. Scott Stafford, our boss, he's on it as always, so we appreciate him tuning in to making sure we're staying on top of our game. So I believe we have everything under control. So thank you to Scott at home, or hey, you could be on vacation. I don't know.
It's 4th and 32 right here for the Lightning. I wonder if it just might be a little QB boot right here.
Yeah.
I doubt you try to go for it. Yeah, it is just that QB boot from Eli Black. It's a nice kick. McFarland keeps away from it. It's going to be down to the Lightning at the original line of scrimmage at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, so
Patriots take over.
Yeah, smart call right there by Coach Smith. No need to try to do something crazy, get somebody hurt out there for the Lightning. So we got 3 minutes left in this first half, 38-0. That was the first stop. And if you're the Patriots, you got to hold on to that win right there. You got to take advantage of it.
Moral victories, they don't show up in the stats or the score sheet or your record at the end of the season, but it helps you transition from year to year. Yes, 4-7 doesn't sound like a good record last year. It's their second year as a program. Those are stepping stones, things that you can use to make you better.
Yeah, and we'll talk about Coach Stephen King in a little bit. I got to have a great conversation with him last week, but Wesley, get us back to action.
That's the guy that wrote it, is it not?
Retired in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
And an immediate pass right there, and that's all the time that they have swarming into these Lightning defenders, and that's Micah Dennett back at quarterback.
Yeah, big number 42, Jackson Loudon, making his presence known really since the first snap of this game until now. Just a menace for this Patriot offense.
It remains 2nd and 10 right here for the Patriots. Again, that wide huddle. I just got a message from a Reagan Hopper asking if that's me on the broadcast. It is, and congratulations to them, a new baby on board.
Oh, so exciting for Reagan.
Welcome into the ECS family. Snap underway right there. Lightning swarm in once again. It's 3rd and long, and you just can't run against this defense.
You can't. You can't.
And a couple substitutions out there on defense. That's Grayson Holmes, number 6, at cornerback. Really a liability, a guy like that.
Number 6 has worked his butt off this summer, so we're looking for good things out of Grayson Holmes as I believe the Patriots call a timeout.
And it's going to be 3rd and very long right here, 3rd and 14.
No, not a timeout, maybe just repositioning the ball.
Under 2.5 to go here in the first half. And it's one of those, you just want to wrap it up best you can.
Yep.
You can't score 38 points in 2.5 minutes. It's just not possible. But you can get into the half with a moral victory.
Yeah, put a string of good drive, not good drive, but good plays back-to-back together. Grayson will be covering number 2, Camp Malloy. He's been kind of a weapon for the Patriots.
And he is looking at Mallory over towards Grayson on that island. Nowhere to go. It's straps and wraps. It's going to be 4th and long.
Yeah, and Holmes right there keeps with him step for step. Even if that ball was thrown on target, Holmes would have been right there to knock it down or take it back for 6. Little wishful thinking.
And that's going to be 4th and 14, very long once again. If you're Chattanooga, you're hoping for one spark, one big play. Maybe it's not a 70-yard touchdown, but maybe it's a 20-yard slant or just something to give you a little bit of confidence. Not much really to go off of.
Yeah, so Jackson Morris deep for the Lightning. Holmes still in, guarding, going to be that left end.
We got another message from Reagan. Says, "Hi guys, miss y'all and miss taking photos." Probably the best photographer we've had.
The
only photographer we need.
Second to none is Reagan Hooper, as her brother is number 42. Hopper.
Close enough. Right there, that's Morris. He catches it under it, trying to get ahead of steam going. He's met by number 56. There's a flag on the sideline.
It looked like Morris called for a fair catch, so I'm not sure.
He no fair catch. He almost misjudged where the ball was going to be.
Okay.
That's Asher Richardson with a really good hit right there. And I'm not sure the flag is on. Referee picks it up. It's going to be Lightning ball. And so far, for the most part, they've let these guys play. Not a lot of yellow cotton out there. So Lightning, they'll set up shop at the 35-yard line. Again, on the positive side of the 50. And that's Eli Black back out there starting offense. So the Lightning almost treating this somewhat like a preseason game, putting in a lot of different formations, different quarterbacks, different guys at different positions, just trying to see what works. And it's when you're up 38-0, you can kind of try those things, figure out who you are and who you are early before you get to much harder opponents down the road, like our conference games.
Absolutely, as we're at 1:46 remaining in this first half.
He's got Ben Davis to his left. He's got a man wide open. Cruz Romano has to wait on it. His helmet comes off. He keeps running. He's into the end zone. It won't count. But what a play from Cruz.
Yeah, I think they're going to call a face mask on that. Great concentration, great catch as we get in there for 6. I don't think that – are they saying it's an equipment violation?
They may call a flag on Cruz because you're not allowed to run with the helmet after, which is – I'm going to use freedom of speech. It's a terrible rule. I don't think it should be an offensive penalty.
Well, I mean, I understand why you think that, but it is for safety. You don't want guys getting their heads cracked out there, and that just shows the determination that young man has out there to give it his all, regardless of his own health. But we want our young guys to take
the argument you have there is, oh, I couldn't stop running and hurt my ankles. That's what you have to say right there. You got to keep the play going. So I think it's just going to be a face mask on the defense half the distance, and that would have been a touchdown if not for it.
Absolutely. Again, just a great route right there by number 12 as we see
And
Welch go
he's
out.
going to stay in the game even though his helmet was taken off, so maybe since it was forceful.
Absolutely.
So he's out there to the left, also out there to the left. That's Gabe Armstrong. Love to see his number called. He's put in motion right there. They look right back at him. That's Davis who drops it. Very uncharacteristic.
Yeah, and Eli Black, just a little one-step drop out to Miles Davis. And even if he had caught that, there was 3 guys right on top of him. So that stops the clock with 1:11, 2nd and 10.
And the Lightning, kind of the first time they've had their first down play not work as well.
Oh.
And in the backfield just kind of trips up.
Yeah, so that'll keep the clock going. It'll take us to 3rd and about 15 for our Lightning. Let's see what Coach Smith has cooked up right here. I don't think we have enough time to let it run to 0.
This feels like one of those situational plays. You run a screen, you run something short, hope you get a few good blocks, either cut it down to half, maybe blow it up for a first down. And a lot of spacing right here. Eli Black, he's going to send Gabe Armstrong in motion, and there's a whistle and I believe a false start or an illegal formation.
Yeah, so really the last few times the offense has been out there, we've struggled getting pushed back behind the line with either bad snaps or fumbles. This time it's a couple of penalties as we are backed up to 3rd and 20 from about the 22 of the Patriots.
And right here, again, that same thing. You think a screen, something short, try to get some of it back right here, make it a much more manageable 4th down. Armstrong in motion. Eli has to collect that snap. Still looking. He's got a man downfield. Open. Sawyer can't pull it in. Oh, a little bit of traffic right there, but you got to hope he makes that catch.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Eli could have laid it in the basket any better right there, but that is just – it's a tough catch over the shoulder, and you have a guy run on you, but Eli laid it right in there. So there's just 6 seconds remaining in this half. I think they're probably going to down it out.
That or you throw up a pass to the end zone. You don't want to risk injury in a Hail Mary play, but it could be worth it right here. You're going to send your faster receivers in, I would imagine.
Yeah, we can't down it out because then the clock stops immediately for change of possession. So we're going to scratch that from the record.
I imagine they just throw this one deep right here.
Or he just runs around.
He's got Nivens in the backfield. Black looking for Romano. He does have Romano. Romano space over the middle. Romano walking into the end zone. Lightning strike once again. It's 44-0.
So Romano just kind of right over the middle, keeps his helmet on this time to make up for the last one. Takes it to 44-0. Double zeros on the board for the clock and the score for the Patriots.
And that is a ball does not lie moment for Cruz Romano. He deserved that touchdown, and he got it.
All right, so we're getting ready to line up for 2.
And this is the kind of offense that we were hoping to see. We didn't get this type of offense till really weeks 5, 6, and 7 last year. We're getting it week 1 here.
In the first half.
In motion, Ben Davis. He gives it to the Piggy himself, who barrels in for 2. 46-0. Lightning extend the lead.
A little razzle-dazzle in the backfield to confuse the defense as we take that to the house for the first half. Your score 46-0. We're going to stay with you right now. I believe our cheerleaders are going to perform as they're taking it down to the end zone to discuss first half. Wes, I know we've already kind of said it, but let's get into some more details and recap specifically what we saw on defense, and then we can talk about on offense.
Defensively, the defensive ends are too strong.
Yeah.
They're not only are they getting inside, they're collapsing. So the pocket's not even wide. Typically, what you'll see is with a really aggressive defense, they will go past the quarterback. You rush 5 yards in, you allow him those windows to rush forward in.
Right.
They're not allowing that. The pocket is getting so compressed, it's not even there. It's non-existent. And it looks like we're getting ready for our cheerleaders to perform. We'll get back to some details in just a few minutes.
And we apologize. We don't have a mic out there close to hear the music, so just play it in your head. And a great job by our Evangel cheerleaders at tumbling, taking it to the next level, and the stunts are incredible. So dangerous out there. They have to work so hard. Great job by our Evangel Lightning cheerleaders. We got 11 minutes till kickoff, and we're going to take it down to commercial breaks, unless, Wesley, you wanted to break down anything before we take it to the next half.
Score's 48-0. Not a ton to break down right there. The scoreboard says it all.
All right, let's get on camera right here. How we come in on camera? Looking great. That's Natalie Holmes getting her 2 favorite males in the family. Well, there's 5 of us, so one.
I'll take number 2. That's a good spot for me.
All right, so I was planning on wearing a suit today. I think, am I off camera? No, I'm on camera. I was planning on wearing a suit today, but I got absolutely drenched in the Chattanooga 93-degree heat. So I'm in this great outfit that Coach Smith gave me. He got upset because I caught him out in a parent meeting that to be part of the broadcast team, you have to expect nothing. I didn't even get a Coca-Cola last year. Well, this year he set me up with this nice coach's pullover, so I appreciate that. So, again, let's take some final looks at before we go into the next half, what we might see going into the next half, and then we talked about how strong our defense was.
Yeah, so defensively, you look at the defensive ends, again, they're crashing down that pocket, and all that does is that gives the nose guard a chance to crash in as well, make plays. We've seen Isaac Griffith out there every single time. It feels like the corners, they're not letting any separation. Every time there's a pass, there hasn't been one single time where it wasn't contested. Multiple near-chance interceptions for the Lightning. So the defense is swarming and overwhelming so far. There's really no area where they've been able to attack or find small victories. Their biggest play of the game was a missed tackle by Eli.
Right, and as you mentioned that, as we have, it's a triple threat up line, the two ends, and Loudon and Nivens, and then Griffith right up the middle. It makes it so much easier for our linebackers and cornerbacks to contain, and the quarterback doesn't have any time, and the running back, Mallory, doesn't have any time to do anything for the Patriots.
And not only does the line getting there affect him on that play, it affects you the plays after. It affects you because now in the back of your mind, you're thinking every single play, I have pressure, even if it's not there. So when you have good pressure, that creates phantom pressure. You can bring less people, put more people out wide. That brings the chances of an interception or more deflected passes up.
Yeah, and I don't even want to talk – I want to talk about the offense, but you saw it out there already. We're on fire out there. What I want to look at next is for the second half, are we going to get even more younger guys, or are we going to start working on plays that we just haven't fully developed yet?
I think you saw that in the first half, talking about the new plays. We saw that one out wide with Eli Black getting his first rushing touchdown as not a quarterback. I think here's where you give the young guys just a little bit of chance to go out there and eat a little bit.
Right.
I like what Saquon Barkley says that about there is sometimes it's not our time. Sometimes the young guys, to make them better, it's their time now. And right now, you're up 46 points. There's not much else you need to do.
And we're seeing a lot of that out of the young quarterback, number 8, Cobb, as he's taking control. After that first snap that was bobbled, he hadn't had any mistakes since then.
And one thing that I like about Cobb, you can tell he's a leader. These guys respect him. There was no, oh, this is a young guy out here. Let's settle him in. Let's be easy. He threw a 30-yard pass his second play of the game. So you can tell there's trust right there. Obviously, being the son of a coach, he knows how to work hard, learn the play sheet, and just everything's going well for the Lightning.
Yeah, so that was a great recap, Wesley. And I just want to say I like being on the high side of this hill. I look taller than you. And no, get back here. I look taller than you. But that's a recap right there for the first half. You've been watching Evangel Lightning football. And, Wesley, any final word before we let Jamie take us to a break?
Nope, just glad to be here, glad to be up.
All right, thanks. You're watching Evangel Lightning football. We'll be back in about 7 minutes.
Window Wonders 205 is a local residential home window replacement company. We replace your old windows with high-quality, American-made, energy-efficient vinyl windows that have easy open and easy clean features. Our windows are tinted, filled with low-E argon gas, and come with a lifetime warranty. Tad Samples is your owner, salesperson, and installer, so you only have to deal with one person. Please call today for your free estimate. Family owned and operated for over 50 years, Shelby Concrete operates 9 ready-mix concrete plants from Central Alabama to the Gulf Coast. For your commercial, residential, or industrial service needs, visit their website today and ask for a quote. ShelbyConcrete.com. Providing the best rental equipment in the Birmingham metro area. Contact Rental Men today.
Noble Bank and Trust provides banking and financial services to meet a wide range of business and personal needs. Noble Bank and Trust. Welcome to personal banking.
Located in the Meadowbrook area on Highway 280, Perrin & Sons is a family-owned company that has been serving Shelby County for over 40 years. They carry landscape supplies including mulch, pine straw, topsoil, sand, pea gravel, decorative stones, and much more. Give them a call or go by and see them today. Jennifer Watley has over 20 years of experience in the mental health field working with children and adolescents. She is also a registered play therapist and works with children as young as 2. Jennifer offers counseling and school advocacy services. She accepts several insurance plans and offers a sliding scale fee for private pay. Call today for a free consultation. Overgrown limbs threatening your roof? Dangerous trees hanging over your yard? Don't leave your home to chance. Trust top-tier Land and Tree, Alabama's premier land and tree management specialists. With over 100 5-star Google reviews, their expert team handles everything from hazardous tree removals and crane services to land clearing, stump grinding, and 24/7 emergency response. Get your property looking its best today. Call ECS alum Noah Shears with Top-Tier Land and Tree or visit toptierlandandtreeal.com.
Whether you're buying your first home, selling your current one, investing for the future, or building your dream home, I'm here to make the process simple. I'm Mandy Welch with Exit Realty Cahaba. With more than 20 years experience, dedication, and a passion for real estate, I'm ready to help you make your next move. Call me today.
Since 1977, Wayne Davis Construction has been building Alabama's future one project at a time. Based in Montevallo, this top Shelby County contractor delivers quality commercial, civil, industrial, and municipal construction with honest values and lasting excellence. From city halls to the American Village, folks trust the proven team at Wayne Davis Construction. Call 205-665-1183 or visit WayneDavisConstruction.com. Friday night injuries, Monday morning fatigue. Your whole family deserves expert care. Dr. Matt Davis helps athletes recover, rebuild, and safely return to the game. And he helps parents feel like themselves again with personalized hormone care, medically guided weight loss, peptide therapies, and advanced aesthetics. One trusted local team caring for the athlete you cheer for and the person behind every cheer. Optimize Health MD by Dr. Matt Davis. Keep them in the game. Get yourself back in yours. Strike lightning. Specializing in reliable used vehicles, campers, and motorhomes, Vines Auto Sales is located in Jemison, Alabama. They are a friendly, family-owned small business ready to help with all of your vehicle, camper, and motorhome needs. Give them a call today or find them on Facebook.
And welcome back to the Scenic City in Volunteer State, Chattanooga, Tennessee, where your Lightning lead 46-0. Just a display of dominance, offense, defense, special teams, any way possible. So far, the Lightning, they haven't shown any weaknesses.
Oh, hold on. Miss Natalie's got something to say.
Well, you were talking about the dominance in every way possible, so I would also like to say that I think our managers are top-notch.
The managers are getting at. Can we get a picture of the managers over there?
Very well dressed as well.
Let's zoom in on those special suits right there. Is that Jimmy or Marcus?
That is Marcus Holmes in the full suit.
All right, so
Three-piece
Marcus
suit
is
right there.
out there strutting his stuff as one of the team managers. Does a great job for the Lightning, keeping them hydrated. Probably one of the more important things of tonight is we got a minute here before kickoff. Wesley, your coach King down there talking to the Patriots. What are you trying to tell your team right now?
Keep your heads up.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
You're just doing your best job. You can't make them believe that you're in a 0-0 game.
Right,
It's just
right.
not going to happen.
Yeah.
So the best thing you can do right here, keep their heads up best you can.
Yeah.
There's no way you come out of this smiling, happy about it. But right now, you get the wins where you can, and you improve off of those. Again, a very, very young program. This is a place where you would think in the next 4 or 5 years, they're competing. This is a 10-10 game at halftime, not where we're at now. So any small thing that you can get right now helps you build for the future.
Right, and that's especially true. They'll go back and watch this game, and when you go back and watch a game like there was kind of this lopsided, you learn from the individual plays. You don't try to look at it as a whole. You learn from the individual plays. As we're about 10 seconds from the kickoff right here, and we're going to be receiving.
And one thing is, talking about the future, there's only 3 seniors for the Patriots. That's not a lot. So all these players, they're young, they're growing, they're improving every single game. And that's what also you remind them is this is going to help us. Yes, this sucks now, but you're going to realize in 4 or 5 weeks we're going to be glad we played a team like Evangel.
Right.
You're going to take things away from them. You're going to be better because of it. You want to play the best. That's how you become great.
Absolutely. And as we see the kickoff receiving team for the Lightning. No, kickoff. I forgot that we took the ball in the first half. So there's Sawyer Welch out there. They're going to have to swap sides of the field. A little confusion out there for the Lightning.
Dominating display in the first half for the Lightning. Let's hope to repeat it here in the second. 24 more minutes left to go in the 2026 opening kickoff game for Evangel here in Chattanooga.
And I know we're in two different conferences, but I still think we might have a hot clock since we're up by 30 in the second half.
Welch. Second half underway in Chattanooga. And that one kind of hit. Lightning have a chance
Ball's
at
still
it.
on the ground.
And it is recovered by Evangel. Lightning start off the second half with the ball. And that ball was just dancing around for quite a while. Lightning get it right back.
Yeah, just bounced off the chest of number 42, Asher Long, who had a great recovery early in the game.
I believe the Patriots may have landed on it.
Okay.
So that's 2 times I've called it completely wrong. And under the pile, that was Jacob Bean, the junior. Gabe Armstrong, the first out there for the Lightning on defense. I also see that's number 21 as well. That's going to be Riggs Black, his first time out there. So, yeah, Riggs Black, Grayson Holmes getting the call. Number 28, Nolan Smith. Nolan Smith sounds like a cop, does it not?
I agree. Sounds like a cop. And he may be. This could be like Jump Street 21. 21 Jump Street.
This is his job by day and a little bit by night.
Yeah.
And one thing that I'm noticing by the Lightning, they respect their cornerbacks, and they expect them to cover on an island. That's how much faith they have in these guys.
Yeah. And Holmes has to be careful over here where there's nobody on his side for a counterplay.
And watch the tight end as well. That last man on the line is eligible, and that's going to be Camp Mallory in motion. Pressure, he's got a chance to walk up right here. Gabe Armstrong can't make the tackle. He's met very well across the middle.
Yeah, and great job by Holmes containing. He was looking to throw right there to number 2, Camp Mallory, but Holmes was right there as the only choice he had was to go up the middle, and he got a 4-yard gain. So, hey, a little momentum right there for the Patriots.
And that's another thing. Every single time someone new comes into the game, we're almost immediately saying their name.
Right.
So even though a guy like Holmes or Armstrong, even though they're not immediately starting the game, as soon as they come in, they're making a play.
Absolutely.
2 out wide. He's got Mallory and McFarland.
So this Nathan Murphy to this near side to us is the corner. And that's going to be
incomplete. It was going to be forward pass,
yeah.
Not by much.
Yeah, and feeling the pressure right there by Caden Jackson, the senior, again, first-year player for the Lightning.
And a couple first-year seniors for the Lightning, and we've seen kind of in the past, there'll be a pattern of those guys play the hardest out of many of them. They have something to prove and not long to prove it.
And that's a great quote right there. And not long to prove it as we get ready on defense. They come out in a split set.
I look for a running back screen right here. No, he just handed it right off to the running back, a simple draw play. He's got a lot of space. Oh, he runs over a man and gets a first down easily into the secondary. He ran over Nathan Murphy.
Yeah, so Nathan Murphy with a hard hit right there, but he just had so much momentum going upfield. So first down as they cross into Lightning territory for, I believe, the first time this evening. Or maybe the second time. They had a big run earlier in the first half. So the second time in Lightning territory, and they kind of got this hurry-up offense going on.
Right there, watch out. That's number 11, the Titus Klee, the kicker. He's on that right side. He could be dangerous right there. And he's going to motion over to the left side, no longer eligible. But that makes the guard eligible as well. And there's a whistle and I believe a timeout. It's going to be by Evangel. They've used up a few in this game. We're going to take it with them real quick. You're watching Evangel Lightning football.
Specializing in reliable used vehicles, campers, and motorhomes, Vines Auto Sales is located in Jemison, Alabama. They are a friendly, family-owned small business ready to help with all of your vehicle, camper, and motorhome needs. Give them a call today or find them on Facebook.
Porter. It's going to be 1st and 10 here for the Patriots. And again, that's Dennett at quarterback. High snap, and underneath right there, that's going to be Bean. Being a little bit of a gap. He gets a few yards. Oh, he holds that ball high. Yeah, dangerous position.
Riggs Black with a hard hit right there for Evangel. Jamie, who are our third period sponsors?
You would ask me that. Parent and Son Incorporated and Watley Advocacy and Counseling.
Outstanding.
Of course, and a big thank you to all of our sponsors as always. It's 2nd and 6 here for, not the Lightning, for the Patriots. I'm so used to saying 2nd and long, 3rd and long. Got to get used to it here. And that's big number 40, Nathan Avante in the back. His first time getting the carry, and he finds a bit of space. A couple of nice moves near a 1st down. Good hard run taken down by Morris.
Yeah, Nathan Morris right there read that play the whole way. And the reason he doesn't attack right there, if you notice on film, he is containing that play to make sure it doesn't get outside. So great tackle as it brings up 3rd and about 3 for the Patriots. And while we're waiting right here, if you're on the comments, you see special congratulations to Coach Tim Smith, who was inducted to their Hall of Fame a week ago. That comes from the Gatlinburg All-American Bowl. So, yeah, big shout-out to Coach Smith. What an honor.
And his 10th season with the Lightning as well. How cool is that? Underneath Dennett, he keeps it, trying to break some tackles. Can't quite, but he still picks up. He may have lost the yard.
Yeah, we're going to see where they mark this ball as he was brought down by number 7, Gabe Armstrong, the sophomore.
4th and very manageable right here. I'd look for maybe a simple flat route. Find a man 4 or 5 yards in, let him catch it, run up 2, 3 yards. Doesn't get much, but he gets what you need.
Yeah, and this is where we can see if our young defense has that bend, don't break mentality right here.
And your wide side to the field to the right, you've got a man on an island right there, Camp Mallory on Grayson Holmes. I look in that direction. You run a slant right there, you've got nothing but space. He's not going to look that way. It's going to be a run. It's going to have really nowhere to go. Nolan Smith there on the tackle. Gabe Armstrong in there on the tackle. So many Lightning defenders. Nate Schofield also out there on the tackle. Lightning hold strong.
Yeah, so a big swarming group of Lightning right there. And it, like you said, they split the guy wide out with Holmes, and they just did a counter play, hoping he could hit the corner. But our guys were just so fast, and that's going to be a turnover on downs, and it's a clock still runs, so we're under a hot clock. 1st and 10 for the Lightning at our own 35-yard line.
And some younger guys getting out there, and we're going to imagine to see Matthew Cobb here. And it is Cobb. He's got Morris to his left at tight end. And in the backfield with him, he has number 7, Gabe Armstrong. He's got another Morris out to his right and Grayson Holmes wide right. Morris in motion. It's going to be the handoff to Armstrong. Armstrong a little hesitant, but he breaks the tackle. He's in open space, delivers a hit, and runs his man over out of bounds. And a nice run. 1st down, Lightning.
Yeah, great job by number 7 right there. As you said, Gabe Armstrong, the sophomore. What I'd like to see him do right there is lower that helmet, get into that. So just as far as protecting the neck, to get down there and get those yards. But a great, tough run by the young sophomore.
The quick huddle right there. That's going to be Jack Nivens in the game for the Lightning. So an interesting formation. They've got trips left, and it's going to be flagged out. Yeah, that's an illegal formation.
I think they were still getting set.
Yeah, they called that pretty early. Nivens was trying to get back over to the right. I think they should have given them more time. But I believe since he was set, even for a moment, that is a penalty.
All right, so that's going to make it 1st and 15 for the Lightning. They're going to keep the same formation as we see Aiden Martin over there with Holmes kind of bunched up together.
Again, you never know, but Morris out there, and that's going to get Aiden Martin. Aiden Martin on a sweep. Aiden Martin with space. One man out there, and he runs him over for a few extra yards and a 1st down.
Aiden Martin with about a 19-yard rush, but I think he ran 50 yards on that play to get there. Good job by their corner to come over and bring him down. Didn't break for a touchdown. So we're going to have the ball in Patriot territory at the 42-yard line.
I see his brother Alex Martin out there cheering for him. Pretty cool to see that.
Yeah, Alex Martin, great athlete here at Evangel. Last year, part of that special national championship team that overcame so much adversity.
Morris coming off here for the Lightning. Niven stays in. Holmes out wide as well. And Cobb, he looks poised out there at quarterback. No jitters, no sophomore nervousness. He's playing like a veteran.
So another illegal formation on the Lightning.
And that's the youth sewing.
Yep.
They know the plays. That's not the problem here. It's just making sure you get the muscle memory right. You hear it, and your body needs to react where to go. And that just takes time to hammer into these young guys.
Yeah, so that's going to bring up another 1st and 15 as Nivens comes into the game with Isaac Griffith. Nope, Isaac Griffith coming back out. And
that's
Welch.
Sawyer Welch into the game. Some talking in the backfield between Welch and Nivens. It does go to Welch. Welch kind of crouching, trying to find some space. Gets a few yards almost back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, great job by the line there to try to push them off. Welch just didn't have room to try to pinball through there, but he gained a few tough yards. It's going to be 2nd and 12.
And that's King Hope right there, a freshman, younger brother of Trey Hope, another part of that Lightning championship team from last year. He's getting his first snap as a Lightning player.
So Nate Schofield in there on the line, sophomore. Is he under center?
No.
No, he's on the guard.
Got
Okay.
Nivens to his left right here. Again, another Morris out there. Got to wonder on those tight end plays. It's going to be a sweep play to before mentioned. That's King Hope. King Hope with a first down. No, not a first down, but he gets close to one. 10-yard gain.
Great downfield blocking by number 15 right there for us, Nathan Morris, and Nivens number 2 to give Hope some room to hit that edge. He got about a 12, 13-yard gain, so it's going to be 3rd and short for the Lightning, now under 2 minutes in this very fast third quarter.
You got to expect something straight up the middle right here. You got 2 plays to get it. You could go deep, try that on 4th down instead, but I would expect just something barreling down the middle. And it is going to be down the middle. It's going to be Hope, and I believe he picks up the first down. He does. Moves the chains.
Yeah, Hope had to hesitate to find his blocker so he could get up the middle, and he did a great job of reading those blocks as number 11, Jackson Rupertus for the Lightning comes into the game.
And so far, fantastic offensive line play by the Lightning. No sacks just allowed. A few errant snaps, but other than that, very solid offensive line play. The way I've heard it, if you're not talking about the offensive line, they're doing their job.
I was getting ready to say the O-line coach for our team has done a great job this season as we hit the corner.
And a lot of space right there.
There's a flag.
And that was Jackson Rupertus. I like that name. That's fun to say. That one is going to come back, unfortunately, for what I believe will be a hold.
But, man, Jackson hit that corner and just took off like, I hate to be a pun, like lightning down the sideline.
Yeah, they're going to be bringing this one back a little bit. Nivens comes on the sideline.
So we have an update here also as far as part of that Hall of Fame class for Evangel. Jet Lodge and Tyler Henderson representing Evangel for this year's Hall of Fame class. So congratulations
to those guys.
Wow, what an honor for this Evangel team and just really the Evangel family here that supports this great program.
Again, a great job by some of these younger guys just doing what they need to do. It's under 10 seconds to go in this third quarter. You got to think they may not take a snap right here. Cobb, he does get it. So I think I need to stop making predictions. He is sacked right there. He looked to throw it and just had to take it down. A little bit of throwing hands right here. That's just that needs to be stopped immediately.
Yeah, good job. 65, that's bright right, and 51 for the Lightning. Just a little extra curricular activity that was Murphy, the sophomore. It's hot out here, so temperatures can flare. This is a physical game. Those things are going to happen, but this is where coaching comes into a discipline out there. We want to keep everybody safe and, doing the right thing and have good sportsmanship, but I certainly understand how that can happen.
And that's going to wrap it up. One more to go here in Chattanooga, 46-0 Lightning lead. We're going to commercial break. You're watching Evangel Lightning football.
Team Massey Properties has 44 years of real estate knowledge and experience serving the real estate needs of Shelby, Jefferson, Chilton, and surrounding counties. offering aggressive marketing strategies to position your property for the sale in an ever-changing real estate market. Commercial, residential, investment, land, and farm real estate services. Call or text Matt Massey for all of your real estate needs. Let's go Lightning!
And as we come back, there's a great shot of our cheerleaders performing for the Evangel fans, and the golden voice of Evangel Lightning, Greg Bourgeois, coming up to say hello to the broadcast team. You'll be hearing him in the mic next week as our home opener.
Great to have Greg back here. Heard a familiar voice. I whipped around to see nothing but a great face to see. And we're starting the fourth quarter here in the Scenic City, Chattanooga. Fourth quarter underway, Lightning lead 46-0, and what's just been, again, a dominant showing out. And we begin with Matthew Cobb motions over Sawyer Welts in the backfield. From the left to the right, another motion player. And, oh, he can't corral it. He does.
It's an incomplete pass.
Forward. I believe since he handed it to him, it should be a fumble. Referee's not quite able to see it.
I think he had a little bit closer vision than it. My glasses were kind of fogged up, so I was just assuming it was going to be called incomplete pass.
And maybe a bit of a blessing right there. Just lets you calm down. It's incomplete. No harm, no foul.
Well, no harm, no fouls. It's now third down. That was second down, so we need to make sure we're focusing right there. And these are just good teaching moments for the young guys out there. It's 11-12, 11-11, and rolling.
And it's third and very long right here. See if the Lightning maybe take a bit of a deep shot. I'd look for Sawyer Welch right here. He's your guy that's out there right now that could be a deep shot. He is looking for him. He's going to take off instead. He's going to be wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. He had a little bit of time, but not quite enough. It's fourth down.
Yeah, number 42, Asher Long in there to try to break that pocket down. They did have time. I just don't know if Cobb was able to step into a throw, so he probably did the smart thing right there to tuck it up and run.
And you imagine there's just going to be another one of those little kick from the quarterback. It is fourth in Montana, as I like to call it. It's about a state away from that those chains.
Yeah, so we'll see what the Lightning call right here, as it is fourth and long. We really have nothing to lose going for it, but we might do like one of those pooch kicks you mentioned earlier.
Now with that, you would assume Eli Black would be in. They
Yep.
leave Cobb out there, so this could be a deep shot.
Looks like they have three guys covering Rupertus, and I hope I'm saying that right.
And they're going to hand the ball off right there. Nathan Murphy stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, so really nowhere to go. We had the team spread out, so the defense was bunched in, so nowhere to go for the senior as we swap sides. Evangel 46, the Patriots 11. As we swap, Jamie Jackson, who are our sponsors for this quarter?
Our sponsors this quarter are Vines Auto Sales. Sorry, guys. Vines Auto Sales and Crimson Construction.
Man, you got voice like honey. I love hearing the sponsors called out by Jamie Jackson. Again, a big thank you to Jamie Jackson. Came up from Montgomery to help us bring you this broadcast. And if you're listening, when we come back home, we could always use more volunteers on the camera or the stream. Please reach out and help us, or I'll come hunt you down and just put you up there.
And again, some younger guys out there for the Lightning. I'll try to call out a few that I see. That's Fisher Evans, a sophomore, number 44 out at linebacker. You've also got number 26. That's Jackson Bourgeois. And they're going to be calling some people to the sideline. I believe a timeout. And we're not going to take this one with you guys. We'll stay here. And just, Matt, you're looking ahead of this fourth quarter. Clock 9:04 left. What more is there to accomplish for Evangel?
Really nothing. This is where you get your guys in there. But I want you to notice as we have some great shot of our cheerleaders in here. The coaches are in there still coaching them up hard. We see Coach Romano in there and Coach Cobb in there, and they're just coaching up those young guys to let them know we take this serious. We believe in you guys because you're going to have to step up in the future. So still coaching them hard. I love seeing that. But as far as what we need to accomplish right now is nothing. It's keeping our guys safe, making sure that we're getting these younger guys the experience they need. But we want to make sure that we take this to the house with no more injuries because we have a big game coming up next week.
Great job by, just in the backfield, Aiden Martin. I mean, quick as you can see. Also number 65, Luke Lumen. And now
Big Luke.
Now that's a kid I got the pleasure to coach a lot last year. A truly great kid, great family. So happy to see him out there getting some plays. And, boy, he is a dog out there. Not much size to speak of, but he's got the heart of everyone out there.
Yeah, that's that's so fun to see when we see the future and the present right now. They have that dog in the fight on every play as we bring up, what is it, second and about 13 or 14.
It's going to be twins to the left right here. And again, that is southpaw Andrew Brock out there, the sophomore for the Patriots. An interesting play. That ball's out there. That ball's out there. It's recovered. That ball's still loose.
And I believe the Patriots jumped on the ball as we're getting ready to roll under 8 minutes. So about almost a 10-yard loss right there for the Patriots.
Immediate impact. Aiden Martin, he's been in the backfield every play he's been out there on defense. And that ball, just an errant decision. You run the option play, and you've got to make a decision. Once you decide to keep it, you can't try to toss it away. And just trying to make something out of a play that not even nothing was there, it's a negative play. You just have to accept that sometimes.
Right. And so a big, long third in Montana, as you like to say, Wesley.
Third and very long right here. I don't think George Washington could cross this distance.
That would be third in Delaware. He can cross that, but Montana, no. As we're tracking him down.
Down again and down he goes. Who? It's Aiden Martin again. 3 plays in a row. A hat trick of defensive effort. Wow, he's just making immediate impact. Nolan Smith was in there as well, hunting him down. And it's 4th and 2 states, I'll say.
Yeah.
Both Texas
we're
and
crossing
Oklahoma.
a time zone right here.
2 of them, Pacific, Mountain, all
you don't
of
know
them.
Don't embarrass me on live broadcast TV.
There's the mountain time. There's the tree time. There's a lot of times.
Well, I tell you right now, the Patriots don't have time right now to catch up to this amazing Lightning team and what they brought to the table tonight. And
I think. Oh no, that one's just to the back. You got to try to make something out of it. Get out of the end zone. And that ball's loose again, and
that should be an incomplete
just a
pass.
bad play getting worse. And I think my geography teacher would be very unhappy if he just listened to what I just said.
Well, she's giving you the side eye right now. Miss Natalie Holmes on camera, Wesley's teacher for all his many years. Proud of him in so many ways, but others.
Referencing the college geography teacher.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
I suppose that applies here as well. Lightning take over 6-13 and running. And you got to think they're going to try to pound it in one more time and probably call it a night.
Now, one of the things that I don't want people to lose sight of, we scored all our points in the first half. And you can look at that and say, God, we didn't do anything in the second half. But there was so much great action out there by our young guys performing. Yes, we're going to have mistakes. That is expected. And that's what's great when we have such great starters that can lead a team like this. But I've really enjoyed this second half watching these new guys step it up, especially Aiden Martin just in the past 2 minutes giving Patriots a hard time.
Cobb under center and wrapped up well in the backfield. It's number 84, Jonas Giles.
Yeah, so he's just trying to get around the end and really know where to go as Cobb comes over to grab another play from Coach Smith. And Coach Smith has to be pleased with how the way we started this game. Certainly there's things we can work on. But from the first snap to the end snap in the first half, it was go, go, go. After that first play, Eli didn't get a great gain on that one, but since then, we've been working on all 4 cylinders, or 6 cylinders, or 8 cylinders, depending on what kind of car. I got a 4-cylinder, and I love it. We call it the tin can.
Cobb again under center. He's just going to try to get in this one. Can he barrel in? Not quite. He's close. Lightning knocking at the door again.
Yeah, great job by the line, pushing the Patriots on their heels and almost getting in for 6.
Again, Lightning just trying to get one more in here, you would imagine. 3rd and goal and very short right here. Playbook wide open, it feels like.
Oh, yeah.
So many things you could run down here. Because the defense is, when it's on its heels like this, they don't have much to give up. And that's Aiden Martin going into the game for the Lightning, one of his first plays on offense. Can he make an impact there as well? Feels like he deserves a chance.
Well, they have him splitting out to the far side. Do you think he's going to come in motion, take it around the end?
I would look for this ball to be in motion and a handoff or rollout. Coming in close, that's Morris. Cobb well outside is Gabe Armstrong. It is in motion to Martin. Martin, space. Martin outruns his man into the end zone. Lightning touchdown.
All right, I appreciate Coach Smith making me a genius right there. For the first time in 3 years since I've been calling these games for the Lightning, anytime I've made a prediction, I've been dead wrong. So, Coach Smith, me and you, we're on the same page right here. If you need some help making some plays, you reach out to me.
52-0 right now. Lightning again. They've just poured it on all night long, trying to extend it 54-0 if they can.
And as you said, our kickoff team is already getting ready on the sideline as I see the drone for the first time tonight flying overhead as we're getting ready to go for 2 to make this a 54-point ball game. See how quick my math was right there?
Very good math. 52 plus 2 is 54.
Thank you. Getting a thumbs up from our producer, Jamie Jackson. He's proud of me.
And he's in. Yes, he is. Armstrong in for 2, 54-0. And boy, oh boy, under 3 minutes left to go here for the Patriots to make something out of nothing.
Yeah, so just great job, great coaching all around to have not only the starters ready for this game, but the younger guys ready to go in there. Like you said, playing with confidence. Cobb looked great out there all game. Outside of that first kind of fumbled snap, he's played with confidence and played great behind the center.
Kickoff team already out there again. 2:58 left here to go. So they're going to request the clock to stop. Want to give their offense at least one more good opportunity right here. The kickoff team, wrong direction. Make sure they get to the right spot.
All right, as we see our cheerleaders getting some back flips going on, I might pull 38 muscles trying to do that. And as the last two have a back tuck, cheerleaders getting after it. And we will we'll quote Coach Tim Smith at our pep rally this year. Our cheerleaders and auxiliary team are the hardest working athletes out here at Evangel. As I want to make sure our camera lady is okay. She's death-defying up there. She is on the top set of the bleachers to be able to bring you the best angle of this game.
Kind of a squib kick down the middle by Welts. Picked up kind of the first easy ball right there for the Patriots. Not much of a run back. He's met very quickly by Jackson Rupertus and Case Venable.
Yeah, so Jacob Bean right there picks up the squib kick and tries to hit the corner and really got nothing as our defense takes the field probably for the last time this evening.
And you get some newer faces out there, some younger guys. Of course, number 28, that's Nolan Smith. Number 6, Grayson Holmes. Number 10 as well, King Hope. Number 30, he's in for one of the first time, Dylan Luftus. Love to see all these young guys just going out there, getting a chance to put in the work and get a little bit of a highlight for themselves.
Absolutely. So Riggs Black back in the game for Holmes.
That is Eli Black's younger brother. You just love to see all the Blacks get out there and just give their hardest. You know they will. And he's got a man wide open in space. Got lost in coverage. He almost breaks out. That ball's out. And I think he was down.
Yeah, it hit the ground. Great job, great hands. Almost juked for Lightning right there. Sparks a little life into the Patriots as we're under 2 minutes left in this ball game.
And that's Camp Mallory. I don't know who was on him. Kind of got lost a little bit, it seemed.
Oh, there was a flag on the play, so that is a tough penalty for the Patriots. I didn't see what it was called, possibly holding, as they bring that ball back, and it's going to be first and 15 from their own 20-yard line. So 80 yards to go for the Patriots to try to get some points on the board.
And again, that is the southpaw out there, Andrew Brock, just trying to make something, try to end this night with a positive note. I believe a timeout right there for the Patriots.
Yeah. So timeout actually does stop the clock, and we will bring our team over for a quick word from our coaches, as it's just been a great night all the way around for the Lightning. We were a little nervous when we were setting up in here, sweating raindrops off to get this broadcast out to you. Thankfully, Scott came to the rescue and let us know exactly what we needed to do to bring this broadcast to you each and every week. It's made possible by our amazing sponsors. So when you see those commercials, pay attention to those and go check them out. At least stop by, say thank you, and check out the awesome services that they provide. I know they do some great work out there, and so, again, we just can't thank our sponsors enough for all they do for all of our sports teams here at Evangel.
1:08 left to go here in Chattanooga. Again, can the Patriots do something right here? Touchdown seems a little far-fetched, but a first down right here, a good run or two to end the game. You see a couple good blocks by a young guy, something that gives you confidence, something to talk about next practice. You don't want to leave empty-handed in that way.
Yeah, and just like our football team, as you saw right there, our cheerleader's still getting after it as he's trying to roll out there.
Great job. He's got a blocker out front. He's got a lot of room. He's got line defenders coming after him, and he's hit. And just right there, number 22, I'm not convinced that what Jake McFarland was doing, running out front, you got to protect your quarterback, and it just didn't happen.
It didn't happen. So a big, hard hit as the clock rolls.
Hurry up offense right there. They're not set. They've got trips out to the left. Gets set, looks for a receiver. There's got a lot of pressure in the middle. He just kind of throws that one up. It's intercepted. Intercepted by the Lightning. Down the field. He's got a convoy. No, he doesn't. That was number 44, Fisher Evans, the sophomore. And look at how excited. You can hear them right there, all the players. Boy, they love to see that, and that's how close they are.
Absolutely, and that is the first pick of the season by the young man.
A little bit of yellow cotton out there. I think this is going to be on the tackle and the return. And that should do it for us tonight. 15, 14, 13. The clock goes down. Your Lightning dominate this one. Under 10 seconds to go. And the referees are talking, and that's going to do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Evangel starts out 2026 the right way. 54-0. They dominate here in Chattanooga.
And one of the things we didn't talk about, and what you talked about, when you don't say anything about the offensive line, it means they're doing a great job. This officiating crew was a great crew tonight. I didn't see any mistakes out there, so a great job by this officiating crew. I didn't get to it earlier, but I did want to speak to Coach Stephen King, who I got to speak with earlier this week. What a phenomenal man. He took over this program 3 years ago. His daughter called him and said, hey, we need to have somebody help coaching this team, and his grandson was on the team, and he goes, sure, I'll help. And then they slap on that head coach title, and he's taken this team for the last 3 years and continued to build this program. And as you saw, they didn't give up tonight. It was just we overpowered them, but a great team out there. They did what they needed to do, and as far as this Evangel team all the way around, all I can say is wow.
And you talked about Coach Steven. He's very hard-nosed, very old school. This team didn't make mistakes. They got beat fair and square, but they weren't making mental errors. There was no penalties. There was no dumb mistakes. They weren't losing their composure, and that is a win. That's something you can take away. You try to ignore the scoreboard best you can, and you take it to the next practice and say, guys, I'm proud of y'all's effort, and y'all stayed yourselves. You stayed true to what we want to play as.
Absolutely. And so they can take this film back and they can build on it because they got a long season ahead just like we do. And we can celebrate tonight, but then Monday comes, we got to go back to work.
Right back at it. And you put in the work tomorrow. You put in the work Sunday. Yes, you celebrate tonight, but as soon as you get back, it's back to work. And that's what makes Evangel so great is, yes, we don't relish on the past. You look at last year. You started 1-3, and we turned it around. We didn't think about the fact that we lost 3 of the first 4.
Right.
We didn't think about the fact that we were getting blown out 2 weeks in a row. We put our heads down, kept working. We won the last 9 and won a championship, state championship, national championship, all of them. We won everything we could.
Yeah, and that, again, testament to this program as a whole, as the support we have from our administrative staff with the Snugs, our coaching staff, Coach Smith, and all the volunteers that are out there that help bring all this together, all the parents that help get their kids to practice and help with volunteering efforts. Natalie, not only on the camera, she runs the merch store, so check out the merchandise on the Rumble store out there. We have some great new merch this year, and so please, we got a home game this coming Friday against Escambia County. Wesley, that's a tough game.
It is going to be a tough game, and it's one of those for Evangel. It's hard when you start your first game out like this to mentally come down a little bit because it's going to be a lot tougher than this one.
Yeah.
Right? At some point, we're going to say it's a harder opponent than we played this week. So that's where the coaches come in and say, guys, we played great this week, but it doesn't matter. It means nothing when we go into week 2.
Right.
We saw that last year where, again, week 1 doesn't matter. You lose week 1, you come home, you get a blowout win. It was against this team as well. So they're kind of starting off. This is a different team than we're going to play. We're not even close to the meat of the season.
Yeah, but this game right here, it does give us confidence. I think it gives the coaching staff confidence that we have guys that can go in there and give some of our starters a break when they need a rest. But Escambia is going to come to play, ready to play. They got a great coaching staff. They had a great season last year. So I'm excited about it. I want y'all all to come out to that home game. Game time starts at 7. Get out there early. Bring your chairs. We got great concession stands. Again, great merch. Any final thoughts before we get out of here, Wesley?
Again, no, and one thing that I just want to speak to, I like speaking to it when I can, is Coach Smith, the thing that he's done here for 10 years, yes, they've had success. They've won trophies, rings, all of the above, right? But the thing that they do is their character. And the values that they have here at Evangel are more than rings. They're more than the titles that we bring home. But it's their values of being men. They're not great football players. They're better men because of Coach Smith, because of the Snugs. Everyone here, the parents, volunteers, you spoke about it, everyone. The character of this school and this place is just so great, and we see it out here tonight, and it's going to be another great year of football.
It's going to be another great year of football. Thank you for tuning and watching in. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to Jamie Jackson for coming up here and supporting. There's his hand to Jamie Jackson for supporting us and helping us run this stream to bring the broadcast to you. Thank you for Scott Stafford for helping us get this broadcast set up from wherever you are, Scott, all the way here in Chattanooga. Thanks for watching. We love you. We'll see you next week.